Wendy's Friday Night Football on TSN is brought to you in part by Wendy's. Wendy's Bacon Mushroom Melt is back for a limited time. Wendy's, it's better here. By Molson Canadian, I am Canadian. And by Moore's Clothing for Men, well-made, well-priced, well-dressed.
7 days ago, the Eskimos were unbeaten and riding high. Tonight, they are reeling after being manhandled in Saskatchewan. After 3 straight losses, the Lions put 51 points on the board against Hamilton for their first win. What a difference a week can make in the CFL.
And the Lions want to stay on a roll. If they win tonight, they're back in the pack, a game behind everybody else. If the Eskimos win, they're tied for first with Winnipeg.
It is a pleasant 21 degrees tonight at Commonwealth Stadium. The wind could be a factor before it's over at 24 kilometers per hour.
Steve Barato has his team out to a 1-3 start. They played more disciplined football last week, and because of it, had the first win of the season.
And Tom Higgins knows his Eskimos are in tough tonight. He's forced to start a rookie at quarterback, and his defense was shredded for 45 points last Friday in Regina. Ready to go?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
That was a question for you.
Let's kick it off.
Here's Matt Kellett. The Lions won the toss and deferred, and Winston October draws in for the Eskimos on the return squad tonight. Kellett takes it deep. This is October on the run. Missed last week, and he's ready to roar tonight. Penalty marker on the return.
Number 9, Winston October gets the ball up past the...
Here's quarterback Ricky Ray getting his first CFL start tonight. They say he has all the tools, Glenn. What he lacks is experience, and that is demonstrated with just 2 completions in 4 attempts in the CFL.
Well, when Jason Moss was hurt versus Saskatchewan, Ricky Ray did get a chance to see some action. Moss is dressed. He has a sore left shoulder. They're calling it a deep bruise. He's day-to-day. They say if it was a playoff game, he would be in there. But they want to give him a week at least, see if he can rest up and heal up. We'll only see him tonight if it's an emergency.
Holding on the return, so the Eskimos are forced back to the 15 to begin. Make it the 16-yard line with a first down. Ray hands it off. John Avery. This guy has speed to burn. The Eskimos get Ed Hervey back in the lineup for the first time this season. And John Avery, who you saw there, starts at running back for Ronald Williams. Up a few problems last week. The offensive line with Tim Princeton at center needs to forget all about last Friday night in Regina.
Well, we'll get a chance to see Ed Hervey for the first time this year. Over 1,400 yards a year ago and 12 touchdowns. He is a speedster and can stretch the defense.
Avery picked up 8. That was 2nd and 2, and the Eskimos convert there.
Defensively for the BC Lions, what a game Barron Simpson had versus the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Knocked Danny McManus out of that one. Simpson is the leader in that front 7. And in the secondary, Eric Carter in his 2nd game since being injured on one corner. Anthony Pryor put a huge hit on Archie Amerson a week ago. But Barron Simpson is the key for the BC Lions.
Starting lineups brought to you by Midas. See Midas for all your car care needs. It is a first down Edmonton on a 2-yard run by the fullback. When this is Ricky Walters. And Walters is out across the 50. So Ray off to a nice little start here with a couple of first downs.
Carl Kidd, John, got caught up in the official. I think Carl Kidd is right in there behind. He's going to take his drop, and then when he comes to cross, he's going to stop in front of the official, and the official actually picks him. Ricky Walters using the official as a bit of a pick there.
Gain is 24 yards, and the Eskimos are out near midfield. Just across the Edmonton 50. Ray has time, and he has a target. Nice toss for Ed Hervey. The gain is cut down to a couple of yards, however.
Good start for Ed Hervey on that play to just give him a little crossing pattern so he can, get in there, get a hit, feel a hit, get the contact, get back to game speed. Huge year ago, but he's had that heel problem since about day 3 or 4 of training camp. He tested it a couple of days back. He went full with the grass cleats on. He said he's about 95%, and at this time of the year or any time of the regular season for a player, 95% is good to go.
The Eskimos have put in a simplified system for the rookie quarterback, Ricky Ray. He's doing well so far. This is John Avery on 2nd and 6, and he'll be stopped short of a first down by about 5 yards.
Ronald Williams is out of the lineup. He was also hurt a week ago, and they think he may be out for about 3 or 4 weeks with a knee problem, which gives us a chance to get a good look at John Avery. Played with Dan Marino in Miami, and I had a nice chat with Avery prior to the game. He's looking forward to this opportunity. He just wanted to have the ball in his hands like most running backs do.
Sean Fleming is in. G. Simon is deep for BC. Fleming. A high one right back to the goal line. G. Simon. Not a bad return considering the traffic that surrounded him. 15 on the return. And Damon Allen of the BC Lions take to the field when we return.
Home of Canada's greats, brought to you by your local neighborhood home hardware and home building center. Help is close to home. Tonight, Canadian football legend Paul Osbaldiston.
At Home Hardware, we care about the communities we serve. As supporters of the Canadian Special Olympics, our goal is to help give athletes a chance to make their dreams come true. We salute all volunteers who work towards that goal. At Home Hardware, help is close to home, and Home's exclusive bulk packs are a great way to help save you money. Choose from top quality items you use every day, from famous national brand names to the value of home branded products. Visit your local Home Hardware or home building center for great day-to-day bulk pack prices and save. Home Hardware, help is close to home.
Paul Osbaldiston joined the Canadian Football League back in 1986. After brief stints at BC and Winnipeg, Ozzy found a permanent home in Hamilton. The 17-year veteran continues to be one of the game's best dual kickers. He is closing in on 2,700 points in his career, and he constantly gives his team great field position with his booming punts. Go to Home Hardware for your chance to win a VIP trip to the big game in November. Home Hardware, where help is close to home.
The Lions get their first crack at the football. Damon Allen finally got BC on track last week with a dominant performance against the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
He really did, and you look at that, just one touchdown pass for Damon Allen, but last week when they got inside the red zone, they just handed the ball to Sean Millington, and he did the rest.
Why pass when you can run the way they did last week?
Watch out.
A little reverse as Hurst handed it off to G. Simon, and that's what Steve Barato was talking about just prior to the game. The Lions welcome back Alfred Jackson into the lineup tonight. He missed a couple of games. They'll run the ball with Sean Millington and Willie Hurst. And up front, Jamie Terrace is back at center after missing a couple of games. On first down, just a couple of yards.
Well, the challenge for the Edmonton Eskimos defense is on the shoulders of their front seven, and really the 4 defensive linemen up front. 290 yards rushing in their last game. Too much. Give up that many rushing yards, you're not going to win many. Jack Kellogg and Shannon Garrett both have interceptions for touchdowns this season. So Terry Ray, Singor Mobley, the linebacking core are in charge stopping that run.
Millington picked up 5 on the previous play. There's Damon Allen for almost 5 on his first carry of the night.
Alfred Jackson back in the lineup. Had that shoulder injury back in the Hamilton game in week 2. There's a deep bruise in his shoulder. It's his first game back. He's going to play in passing downs, not starting. They're going to work him in slowly. But of course, Damon Allen wants his #1 target back in action. That was a couple of years ago. He had over 1,000 yards. Last year, he had an injury plague season, had just over 600.
9 touchdowns, however, last season. This is Hurst. Well read. Wrapped up by Terry Ray.
This is what the Edmonton Eskimos have to do more of tonight when it comes to the run. And you know the challenge for Terry Ray is to slide to this football. Hurst takes it to his right. Watch Terry Ray shoot the gap. Big Dan Payne can't get a shoulder on him, and Ray smelled that one coming.
All-Canadian last 2 seasons for the Eskimos. 12 tackles last week. But the Eskimo defense really struggled, and several of those tackles were a little after first downs were gained. Here's Allen with pressure. He won't get it away. Wrapped up and tossed to the turf.
Blitz coming, John, from both sides for the Eskimos, trying to get a little pressure on Damon Allen. And the pressure that Allen saw first was from safety Jack Kellogg, who's right here. He's coming off the edge. There's Jack Kellogg, picked up by Millington. What they didn't account for was that Terry Ray, the linebacker, was going to go from the opposite side. Terry Ray slides to the opposite side. He comes in the delayed blitz. And again, Dan Payne, the guard, can't slip out there and get him in time.
Back-to-back plays by Terry Ray, and the Lions are back near the goal line ready to kick. Loss of 16 there. Tony Martino, not deep, out near midfield. And about 4 yards on the return by Walters. Terry Ray, back-to-back. Eskimos off to a good start.
The CFL Canadian Player of the Week, brought to you by Discount Car and Truck Rentals.
Vancouver native Sean Millington had an outstanding game last week. The Lions running back had 7 carries for 50 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also caught the ball 3 times for 26 yards.
Discount Car and Truck Rentals, the official car and truck rental company of the CFL and Grey Cup. For reservations, call 310-CARS.
He headlines festivals. Here, he headlines the living room. The Molson Canadian House Party with Bad Boy Slim. Look for specially marked cases of Molson Canadian for your chance to get in. Must be of legal drinking age, no purchase necessary.
How'd the basketball tryout go?
I didn't make the team. Well, this is how I look at it, you know. The most famous basketball player in the world, he didn't make his high school team the first year he tried out.
Neither did your mother.
McCain Premium Super Fries. There are times something a little special happens between friends.
Eskimo starting quarterback Jason Moss on the right is a spectator tonight. Ricky Ray gets his chance. And he had a pretty good beginning, Glenn. 3 for 3 on that opening drive.
Well, the first offensive drive for Edmonton produced 39 yards, and then a couple of good plays by Terry Ray on defense produced 21, and all of a sudden Edmonton is in the BC end of the field.
Yeah, beginning at the 50-yard line with a first down here. Perfect nights at Commonwealth in Edmonton.
The backup quarterback tonight for the Edmonton Eskimos is actually going to be Bart Hendricks. Jason Moss will be 3 on the depth chart.
On first down, Ray, a little shovel pass to John Avery, and this turns into a first down. Nice play.
You know they've cut down the playbook a little bit, but this is a good play to try and alleviate pressure. Little play action. That slows down the D-line, and then when one D lineman, Brett Johnson, comes up the field, just toss it forward to John Avery. Simplified things for the young quarterback is the key for the Eskimos here tonight, at least early in this first quarter.
Gain of 12 yards. The Eskimos have moved the ball effectively. They try it again. A little shovel pass, and this time it's Terry Vaughn. He'll have a first down.
What's great about this play is it's just another option out of the last play. This time Avery and Vaughn will come down. And Avery influences the defense. See, there's Vaughn coming this way. He's going to be, but Avery is also out of there. Avery comes out, he takes some defenders with him, and then the second man through the line is Terry Vaughn, and a little bit of a face mask there at the end of it.
So a 12-yard gain, followed by an 11-yard gain. And another Eskimo first down. Avery again. This guy is slippery, and he's brought down near the 20.
What a well-executed play that was to Terry Vaughn. Because it's another wrinkle in what is a shovel pass that most teams run. But this is Vaughn just slides through, and Ricky Ray threads the needle. Considered a forward pass. Looks pretty good so far, the young quarterback.
He's 5 for 5. It doesn't get much better than that. The shovel passes, as you say, count as forward passes. They are not long or pretty, but effective so far, and so is John Avery. Gets his chance tonight, and on second down and 3, he'll have plenty for the first down.
More of a slashing running back. He's got breakaway speed. He's been used sparingly in the backfield, just 16 carries coming into this game. Does have 2 touchdowns. But look at the average. And when you see a slashing running back with great speed, usually the average is up there because it only takes one small hole to break a big one.
Eskimos are now at the BC 14. Ray looks to throw. Has Terry Vaughn. Stopped at the 1. Now he's in for the touchdown. Great play by Terry Vaughn. Stopped at about the 2, and then he found the end zone.
Is it just me, or are guys spending more and more time preparing the touchdown dance routine?
I think they are, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're at a dance studio somewhere in town with a choreographer.
Hiring choreographers
of help.
What second effort from Terry Vaughn. So tough to bring down once he has the ball in his hands. He was hit hard at about the 1-yard line, but would not be denied.
Terry Vaughn, great second effort, stopped there and there, but he found a way to squirt into the end zone. The Eskimos are on top, 7-0.
Shoes. Shoes are something that a woman notices on a man. Some say first, some say second. At Moore's, the shoes that we carry go with the clothes that we carry. For suits, one type. For casual, another. After all, we want you to be able to put your best foot forward. No matter what you may find yourself walking into.
Well made, well priced, well dressed. Moore's.
You can't do business like that. You screw up, you make trouble, this is what happens.
These days, all kinds of companies are doing away with inefficiency at the office. Discover Workgroup Solutions that put the hit on inefficiency.
Business is business. Hey, you want a cannoli?
John, one of the indications of a quarterback is comfortable is he looking off the defenders? Look the way Ricky Ray is looking. He's looking to that side of the field. Go ahead and run it, guys. His receiver's coming from the opposite side. Now hold it right there. Once again, Ricky Ray is looking this way. He knows his receiver's there, but he doesn't want to look at him and draw the coverage to him. He looks him off. He opens up Terry Vaughn. Vaughn does the rest.
Very impressive drive for the Eskimos. And for their rookie at quarterback, Ricky Vaughn. Short kickoff coming down to Willie Hurst. Speed to burn, and this guy.
Oh, baby.
Go, Willie. Willie Hurst.
He's gone.
He is all the way down. He's got there.
at the 10-yard line. Game on, baby.
I'd say. Willie Hurst. A beautiful return.
Wow. Jason Claremont makes the key block. It's right in front of Hurst. And then it's goodbye. My favorite saying, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Fabian Burke got a hand on him, and he stumbled at the 10, but it was not enough. He flew into the end zone with a 97-yard kickoff return. It's all even. It must be Wendy's Friday Night Football. What a great beginning to this one at Commonwealth. Whoa!
When you run to Rona, you're buying more than our hardware and building materials. You're getting the personalized service that comes with over 250 years of trust, know-how, and expertise by Canada's very own home improvement and building professionals. Now that's building on your imagination. Rona. Experience the difference.
All even. Willie Hurst has a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
First kickoff return for a touchdown this season in the Canadian Football League. And every big return like that needs one key block at the point of attack, and that block came from Jason Claremont, who's really putting together a good year so far in his first season in the Canadian Football League.
He's a real find for the BC Lions. Very physical, 6'3", 236 pounds, and versatile as well.
Well, they can play him at tight end. He's got great hands. He runs patterns all game long, so they're real excited about how he's developing in that offense, and then he's playing on all the teams and made the key block for Willie Hurst. And then he goes out and goes on to the kickoff cover team, tries to go down and make a tackle.
George Verlaco of Edmonton has a chance in the touchdown to win contest if another kickoff is returned this evening.
Maybe right here.
Well, let's watch this.
Oh,
John Avery. He can't take it all the way. But this is spectacular. And George Verlaco must have been on the edge of his chair. Uh-oh. George is in Edmonton. The game's blacked out.
Oh, that's too bad, but he's listening to it on the radio, I'm sure. And, oh, boy, look at this. Avery showed his speed to the outside. There's the key block from Edmonton. And he just ran out of room. Anthony Pryor from the backside caught him from behind.
Good move by Pryor to save the touchdown. A 74-yard return for Avery. And look where the Eskimos are now. The rookie quarterback, Ricky Ray, has been perfect. 6 for 6 in his debut thus far. 7 for 7. Down to the 15.
It was good poise.
Rick Walters.
Good poise from Ricky Ray. He had Brent Johnson kind of cut him off at the point of attack, so he calmly turned around. And they say that Ricky Ray has the same sort of demeanor as a Damon Allen, that not a whole lot phases him. You tell him he's starting in the game, and he goes, okay, good. I'm fine with that.
He is a cool customer. At least that's what he's shown us so far. Eskimos offense has been on a nice roll just outside the 15. Ray takes off and has about 4 yards.
That was his first mistake. He turned the wrong way. He wanted to give that ball to Mike Bradley. Turned the wrong way. And then he just had to take what he could. See, watch this. He has to turn to his right. He turns to his left, and there's no back there. And he goes, okay. Mistake number 1. There goes the perfect game for Ricky Ray. Very similar demeanors. When you look at them, you can't tell that they're really in the game. They don't show a whole lot of emotion. And a lot of times that's a good thing. teammates.
Ray picked up 4. This is 2nd and 6. 3 receivers to the near side. He looks the other way. And that's his first incompletion. Looking for Ed Hervey.
Yeah, and Ed Hervey, the veteran, may come and remind Ricky Ray that on those quick slants to the right of your screen, got to get the ball low and in front of me. Because if you're going to hang Ed Hervey out to dry, watch this, down and slant into the middle. That ball's got to be delivered low and hard so Hervey can go down and get it and then lower his shoulder into the end zone. If he has to stretch back like that and expose himself, he's going to take some big hits. But I'm sure Hervey will remind the young quarterback about that.
Sean Fleming is in, good on 80% of his attempts so far this season. That's Jack Kellogg holding. And no problem with that. Jason Moss is the regular holder. There was a suggestion that he might try and do at least that for the Eskimos tonight, but it was really a little bit risky when you've got a sore shoulder.
Well, all it takes, John, is one botched snap that rolls around that he has to go and try and pick up, and then he gets hit, and he's out longer. So Jack Kellogg has held before. There's no problem there with Sean Fleming. They worked at it all week long. So, you know, Jason Moss, especially with the shoulder injury, you know, he has to, on a high snap, if he's holding a field goal, reach up quickly. Doesn't want to do anything to hurt that shoulder any worse.
What a great beginning at Commonwealth in Edmonton.
Well, what will happen next? And you get a chance to, before the game, to walk around on the field, talk to a lot of the coaches, Tom Higgins and Steve Barato, and I really get the feeling that there's a huge rivalry between these two teams. And the Edmonton Eskimos have once again got off to a good start, and this rivalry just gets heated up every time they meet each other, and so they don't like each other very much.
BC winning 3 of 4 games from the Eskimos last season. And there have been some great battles. The Eskimos, though, on turf at Commonwealth have been absolutely wonderful. Over 210 games played here. This is G. Roy Simon on the return. 210th game here. Regular season Commonwealth, the Eskimos' record is 153 wins, 155 losses. Here's Ken Chillibeck.
Thank you very much, John. Obviously, a lot of pressure on the Eskimos' defense, especially after giving up so many yards last week to Saskatchewan by the run. I was talking to Terry Rain. He said, not so. They don't feel they're under pressure at all. He says, as a matter of fact, to be good, you have to shake off those losses. And obviously, after their first set of downs, they did pretty good getting to the quarterback, Damon Allen. See how they can do right now.
Well, and sometimes games like that kind of snowball on you, and the stats can be a little bit misleading, but they do want to shore up the run defense.
BC offense has not performed until this very play by Sean Millington, who's off and running. 50 yards last week, but there were some spectacular runs in that, and the 4 touchdowns that everyone has been talking about since.
Well, he actually had a chance to tie a CFL record last week with a 5th touchdown, but just as he received the handoff from the 1-yard line, the play was whistled down. Damon Allen then called the quarterback sneak and took it in himself. Now, Damon Allen, Steve Barato, none of the players knew that Millington was close to tying a CFL record.
He settled for 4, and the BC Lions offense really put on a show last week. 19 for Millington on the previous play. They go back to him again. The Eskimos are waiting, and it's a game 5.
You know, and Millington loves to play here at Commonwealth Stadium. Of course, he's a former Edmonton Eskimo, and back in 1999, Millington had a huge game, well over 200 yards rushing.
He was a first-round pick by the Eskimos in 1990.
That was the game. He was an Eskimo and playing against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. He likes the natural grass, as does Damon Allen, also a former Edmonton Eskimo.
Thelwell to the near side on 2nd and 6. Allen missed his target. Thelwell was down and couldn't react to the ball. It looked like he slipped on the turf. Brian Thelwell back in the lineup after missing last week.
Well, yeah, they get Brian Thelwell back, veteran of 2 years. Maybe more importantly, Alfred Jackson, who Damon Allen hasn't looked to yet. But boy, when you compare the 2 quarterbacks, it's a big, big difference. experience.
Well, Ricky Ray may be winning the battle so far this evening, but 55,000 yards and 298 touchdowns. He's got a ways to go, but he's got his first on the board now.
You got to start somewhere.
Martino brings down a high snap. It's not a deep kick. Walters is dropped at about the 37.
Ricky Ray's just got the 53,000 and change yards to catch up to Damon Allen's numbers. But he has been efficient so far tonight. Played with a lot of poise, and that guy has played with poise his entire career.
No doubt about that. And still enjoying the game. When you talk to Damon Allen, he's still very laid back in a lot of ways, but he still loves to be out there. He loves about football still is being out there on a Friday night.
And he's playing, well, maybe his best football in a while in the last 2 or 3 games.
Flags are down. Ricky Ray almost tossed his first interception. That was tipped, and there's a penalty marker down.
Ronald Williams, see him there with his T-shirt on. And Ron Williams feels that knee isn't good, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, maybe even 5 or 6. The club is hoping for 3. They'll keep working on that.
Edmonton 81. Penalties declined. Second down.
So Hervey got the quick start. It's second and 10.
But in the meantime, it's a great chance for John Avery. Ronald Williams, you know, not only the carries, the yardage, and all that he does when he has the football, but it's also that you have a veteran who knows the blocking assignments. He knows how to pick up blitzes. Now you got the starting quarterback and a veteran tailback on the bench.
Second and long facing the rookie Ray. Couldn't get away this time, looking for Avery. And he was upended. The big charge was on Ricky Ray.
No, it's interesting. I talked to the Lions secondary before this game and asked about how you play against 2 players that are going to be young as far as experience goes in the backfield for Edmonton. Avery one and Ricky Ray the other. And they were basically saying, you know, a lot of people would think, why don't we just send the house at him, blitz him every play we can and see if he can pick up pressure. Well, what happens, though, is that it makes the read easier for a young quarterback. He knows that his man-to-man, he just got to find his man. They prefer
they're coming every play.
Yeah, they prefer to play off and make him read the defense.
Fleming got a little pressure, but got it away. Flags are down as Fleming is down. And the returner wrapped up at the 40-yard line. Leroy Simon.
See Sean Fleming on this kick. There's a flag right beside him after this play. His leg is still extended.
The kicker, BC. 26, it's first down, Edmonton.
Well, he could have called Carl Kidd there. Or Kelly Lockbaum, either way.
Well, he named Kidd.
Like Kelly Lockbaum kind of got pushed into him, but they both made contact, so keeps the drive alive for the Edmonton Eskimos.
Barring a penalty, this will be the last play of the opening quarter. Certainly lots of entertainment already.
Wow, that went by fast.
Well, they were running quickly out there.
I guess that's why.
Particularly the return guys. Willie Hurst, John Avery.
Might have broke the speed of sound a couple of times.
Here's Avery on first down, and it's a gain of a couple. That's all. And the quarter 1 is done on Wendy's Friday Night Football from Edmonton. Lots more ahead.
The Eskimos with a 3-point lead. The last starting assignment Ricky Ray had was earlier this year in arena football for the Fresno Frenzy. Tall order tonight. Nice start for the rookie.
Yeah, this is a nice start, but I'm not going to give him all the credit. Danny Matocha deserves the lion's share at the moment, and offensive coordinators around the league should be at home taking notes if they're playing young quarterbacks. The reason why, Danny Matocha has not asked Ricky Ray to throw the ball further than about 8 yards down the field so far this evening. He's using his backs out of the backfield. He's got a shovel here to a slot back. It's a controlled offense which is designed to build confidence and establish rhythm, and that's so important for a young and establishing confidence with his teammates, too.
Well, let me expand on Ray and how well he's played because, you know, every time there's a backup quarterback, I'm cheering him on. Not just for the particular team he's playing for, but also for the league because as quarterbacks age, their skills go down. Yes, we have Damon Allen, who's 38, and he's going to be 39 on Monday. Then you have McManus, Kahari Jones. There's the age of the quarterbacks. Right now, every general manager and player personnel director, they're watching this game very closely because if Ray continues to progress, his value is going to skyrocket. There's nothing more important in the CFL than having an efficient quarterback, Matt.
Yeah, Damon liked to be efficient in here in the first quarter, but he's only had 2 chances. That's why they call the first and the third quarters the short quarters. BC has simply not been on the field offensively. It's a good thing for their special teams. And Willie Hurst and his kickoff return, he takes the distance, and thank goodness for the Lions because without this production, they'd been blanked in that first quarter. Basically, Damon Allen hasn't gotten a chance to do his thing in the first quarter, but Willie Hurst, he's showing that it takes 3 phases of football in the Canadian Football League to make a team, and their special teams got it done in the first quarter for him, Dave.
You know, he took dance classes at the University of Washington. He says that helped his footwork for football. How about that, Shelty? Back to the second quarter in Edmonton, 10-7 Eskimos.
Well, Jason Moss had some solid starts for the Eskimos in the opening quarter so far in 2002, but can't get much better than the rookie Ricky Ray and the numbers he put up.
Well, I think the most impressive thing that he did in that first quarter was he did this. He kept the football. 9 minutes of possession, that meant he put first downs together. Dumped the ball off, and like Jock Climby said, not a lot of deep balls, but just efficient.
On 2nd down and 9, the Lions have them all wrapped up this time.
Tough to be efficient, though, when Noah Cantor's on your doorstep.
Noah Cantor was there, and so were 3 other Lions.
Well, Noah Cantor, and look at this. They got that grass all stuck up in Ricky Ray. Now he's getting the chance to really be introduced to Canadian football. Noah Cantor said, okay, yeah, we gave you that first quarter. You had a lot of fun, but you know what we're going to do now? We're going to turn up the heat on you a little bit. Watch Cantor. Nice little move right there, right up in the ear hole. And that's just having Cantor, you know, camped out on your front porch.
As if Cantor needed all the help he got.
No, you better, if you're going to have him on your front porch, bring him some lemonade or something, because you don't want him in a bad mood.
Fleming's kick coming down at the 30. Flags are down as Geroy Simon returns this. A little lane to the outside, but he'll run out of room. Fleming went over and ran a little interference, and the tackle was made by Glenn Young. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football with Edmonton on top by 3.
Damon Allen is ready to play. Are you? $1 million touchdown to win at Safeway. If your name appears, you've won. The Bulova Millennium Vibra Alarm Watch with 2 alarm modes and stainless steel case and bracelet. Or Karcher's pressure washer and the rechargeable Zoom Room. Quality cleaning equipment from Karcher. Swipe your club card at Safeway and play $1 million touchdown to win.
He headlines festivals. Here, he headlines the living room. The Molson Canadian House Party with Fat Boy Slim. Look for specially marked cases of Molson Canadian for your chance to get in. Must be of legal drinking age, no purchase necessary.
What would you do for a Klondike cone?
Gigi Rodriguez, would you give up professional golf to play miniature golf?
No way.
I have a Klondike cone, rich, creamy ice cream.
I am a good butter.
For that chocolatey coated ice cream loaded peanut crunch you'll love lunch. What would you do for a Klondike cone?
You can put away your sword now, sir.
What would you do for a Klondike
Tastes like a winner, huh?
We're live at Commonwealth, and tomorrow Glenn Suter continues his cross-Canada odyssey with a flight to Montreal to watch the Blue Bombers and the Alouettes. Rod Black will join Glenn tomorrow night. Weren't you almost there? You're 120 miles away. You could have...
I was right beside it, but I didn't want to miss this one.
Well, and why would you? For the air miles you've got? It's all a matter of air miles with you, isn't it?
But don't forget the hotel points.
BC Lions in the best field position that Damon Allen has had tonight. This is Willie Hurst on 1st down, and he's more than halfway to another one. marker comes down.
Doug Peterson might have got a little bit of an unnecessary roughness call there at the end of that one. It was just with the way he threw Hurst down. Once the momentum was stopped, then he kept pushing back and threw him to the ground. But that's the attitude Doug Peterson's going to bring.
Unnecessary roughness, Edmonton 99. First down.
Yeah, I don't think that was 99. That was Doug Peterson. 99 is Sheldon Benoit, but watch Doug Peterson. He's got him wrapped up. Now he drags him from the back, and now right at the end, bam, that's where he throws him down and then grabs the face mask and basically doesn't pay much respect to the running back. But that's the attitude that Doug Peterson wants to establish in the middle of that defensive line for Edmonton. Yeah, maybe you got a penalty there, but that goes a long way.
So a 6-yard gain turns into a 21-yard gain. BC Lions. Here's Sean Millington, and there's nowhere to run there.
So then they get the help from Big Doug Peterson in the middle, and a fired up Terry Ray and Singor Mobley, and you got a chance to improve on that running game. We showed it in the pregame show, but in the first 2 games, gave up 163 yards in 2 games rushing, and in the second 2, 404.
Quick math says that's about 200 a game.
Yeah.
Gain of 2. Allen looks to the end zone. Jackson is there. Alfred Jackson has a wonderful catch. A 20-yard touchdown, so the Lions take the lead for the first time.
You know, I'll tell you something. This catch looks easy, but it is not. Alfred Jackson looks over his shoulder on the dead fly. He knows he's out of room as well. The ball is put where it has to be put, but watch Jackson reach back over his shoulder, get up in the air with coverage right in his face. Comes up with a tough catch in the back of the end zone.
Second catch of the season for Alfred Jackson. And he has a 20-yard reception to give the BC Lions the lead. Perfectly tossed. Allen to Jackson. We've seen it before, haven't we?
Perfectly caught.
Welcome to the TSN Newsroom. I'm Sunil Joshi. We'll get you back to Friday Night Football in just a second. First, a look at some of the stories we're working on for SportsCenter, which comes your way at midnight Eastern Time. We'll have reaction from the Commonwealth Games. In the wake of triathlete Kelly Guest being kicked off the Canadian team failing a drug test, Islanders captain Michael Pekka has some nasty words for Darcy Tucker regarding that hip check that knocked him out of round 1 of the playoff. Blue Jays have taken an early lead against the Minnesota Twins. Vernon Wells, a 2-run mash. His 15th of the year. They scored 4 times in the second. Carlos Delgado added another. 5-2 now in the 5th Jays. Expos trying to get even with the Marlins. Cliff Floyd doing his part. Number 20 in the year. 5-3 in the 8th inning for the Expos. That is all for now. We'll have another update coming up a little later. We'll be taking you back to Commonwealth with Lions and Eskimos coming up.
Introducing the Kia Sportage.
Swamp Tours.
Sounds like fun.
Welcome to the swamp.
Hey! That got your mojo going, huh? We're looking for that big bad alligator right now. Alligator, where you at, baby? Here's a shortcut. Who needs road? Tastes just like chicken. Hello there, what y'all doing?
The Kia Sportage. It'll get your mojo going.
For your convenience, you'll find...
Alfred Jackson is back and showing why he is one of the top receivers in the CFL.
He gets the one-on-one with Donnie Brady. Now, Brady wants to get his hands on Alfred Jackson, but he gets him too late. He pushes him into the pattern, actually pushes him past Donnie Brady, and that's why he's in behind the coverage for the touchdown. If you're going to get your hands on the receiver as a defensive back, you better do it early and keep him in front of you.
Winston October returning after the touchdown. He's out across the 30 to the 34-yard line.
And you know Alfred Jackson can recognize man-to-man coverage in a hurry. And why can he recognize it? Because he sees linebackers coming. This is out for Jackson. He's going to waggle out and then go deep. As soon as he sees the linebacker come on the blitz, he goes man-to-man. All I got to do is beat my guy. That's exactly what he does.
20-yard touchdown. And the Lions have a 4-point lead. Let's see if the Eskimos can respond quickly.
Coverage recognition, and then you have to have the skills to be able to execute.
From the 33, nice fake by Ricky Ray. Scott Robinson on the far side, short of the first down, but substantial yardage gained anyway.
I think Ricky Ray wanted a little more out of this when he got the nice fake there. But Brent Johnson is doing a pretty good job of cutting Ricky Ray off and not allowing him to get outside and break contain. If he breaks contain, then he looks downfield to like Ed Hervey or Terry Vaughn, but because he's pulled up there, he has to dump it off short to Scott Robinson.
Robinson, a couple of catches last week for 20 yards. From the 4, they needed a yard.
If Ricky Ray can continue to play this way, though, you got to believe Tom Higgins just gets more and more confidence in his football team. Well, now he's got Jason Moss, and it works in more than just giving the coach confidence as well. You see Jason Moss standing right there now. If Ricky Ray plays well all game long, that pushes Jason Moss a little bit more.
And maybe gives him a little more time to heal if it's necessary. The injury to Jason Moss is a bruised left shoulder.
But you can't replace competition at every position. And if Ricky Ray shows that he can play, then Jason Moss goes, okay, well,
I'll just
push
step
myself
it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eskimos have doubled the Lions in first downs thus far. John Avery, and a penalty marker is down on the far side as Avery crosses the 50.
One of the reasons that Ricky Ray is comfortable at this point is because of John Avery and because of what this team offensively is doing on first down.
Offside, DC 92, first down repeated.
That's Noah Cantor.
If John Avery can keep his average close, and 7.1 for a running back is very high, but if he can keep it between 5.5 and 7, that means that Ricky Ray the rest of the game is in 2nd and 3 or 4. There's a lot of plays you can run in 2nd and 3 or 4.
So it'll be 1st and 5, Edmonton. Avery again, and there was nowhere to run that time. Now Ronald Williams will be watching the performance of John Avery rather closely as he rehabs.
He's hurt last week along with Jason Moss. This was the play. Went down hard in the middle. Saskatchewan really came out hitting in that one. Full credit for the victory, and that's why Ron Williams and Jason Moss both on the sideline tonight.
Out for 3 to 6 weeks with a knee problem. This is 2nd and 4. Ricky Ray on the money. Terry Vaughn has made a couple of nice catches tonight. He's inside the 45.
And that's maybe the first throw for Ricky Ray that was really a dangerous throw. A lot of those throws were dump passes over the middle. This was a throw he had to step up in the pocket and deliver a strike over the middle. And in the middle, there's a lot of traffic in there.
A lot of bad things can happen in there.
That's exactly right. You can get hit, you can get your receiver hit, or you can get that ball picked off from a linebacker you didn't notice. But he stepped up and threw it with confidence.
The gain is 15 yards. Eskimos at the 45.
Uh-oh, watch
Ricky
out.
Ray still has it. Got it away. And just threw it out of bounds. Terry Vaughn was about 5 yards away, but heads up play to get the ball away with the heat on.
Nothing seems to faze him right now. I mean, he had big Herman Smith chasing him down. Watch 91 find a little seam. He is in that backfield, and Ricky Ray just goes, that's okay, I'll just throw that one away. No problem. We'll reload. Noah Cantor was also involved. But when you have Herman Smith bearing down on you, and you haven't seen Herman Smith before, this was their introduction, didn't seem to bother him at all.
On 2nd and 10, Ray from the shotgun.
Oh,
and he got hammered there. It was Barron Simpson who's had pretty good 10 days at getting the quarterbacks.
Well, it's amazing how well Barron Simpson is playing again this year, and comes in second in the CFL into this game in tackles. Look at number 51. He's showing blitz, and he's going with blitz. And they just don't have enough to block him, but I guarantee you they better start blocking 51. An interesting sidebar, Barron Simpson, he played at Mississippi State in college. John Avery played at Ole Miss. They played against each other
a time or two in their college days. Sean Fleming. And there'll be no play for Willie Hurst. Fleming knocks it out near the 13-yard line. 32-yard punts.
Ah, great, son. Now maybe I won't eat you like I did your brothers and sisters.
Oh, now, Harold.
Hey, Mom, what's this?
Now, be careful with that, son.
Ah, this is just great.
Dear.
Probably for the best anyways. Says here we'd have to boil the water.
When back pain slows you down, turn to Robaxacet with 2 active ingredients, one to relieve back pain, the other to relax tense back muscles. It's the brand doctors and pharmacists recommend most, so you can get back into step. Robaxacet, helping you walk away from back pain.
Barron Simpson a little shaken up after getting to the Eskimo quarterback Ricky Ray.
Well, he's got a sore back because he's been carrying his entire defense on his back for a couple of weeks. Simpson shows blitz and goes with it right down the middle. And no one blocks him. And bam, he goes right for that passing arm so that Ricky Ray can't get it out of there.
So the Lions start deep in their own zone. Pump fake. Damon Allen has a target far side and couldn't connect with Larry Thompson.
Just threw it over the wrong shoulder because Larry Thompson had some room, and Larry Thompson has become, he's only played in a couple of games, but Thompson right here, watch him work to get open here. He's going to come down inside and then just kind of fades to the outside. Now he's there, the ball just thrown to the sideline, but he's number 2 on the team as a receiver in just 2 weeks. G-Roy Simon is leading the way.
Playing his 3rd game tonight. He was at the Alouettes camp and played 3 years ago for the Blue Bombers last time in the CFL. Allen takes a hit.
This is what Damon Allen has been doing for a couple of weeks now.
He has taken some hits this season without question.
Well, you know, but he's doing it purposely. He knows that if he holds the ball that extra second to wait for his receiver, he may get a chance for a big play. The downside is what you're going to see right now. See, if he wants to get rid of it, he can. He waits that extra second to think, maybe my guy opens up. And he knows one thing. The longer you wait, the more chances are that you're going to get hit like that.
That was A.J. Gass bursting through there. As a result, he celebrates on the sidelines. And Martino stands on his goal line to kick it away. Eskimos will indeed have good field position again. Martino's kick is not deep at all. He gets a not bad roll. Winston October draws a penalty marker and then steps out of bounds, but the Eskimos will begin this next drive inside the 45, the result of a 33-yard punt.
Hard workout? McCain iced tea. Turn your thirst over to it.
Well, you might as well just stay in Montreal and wait for me. I'll be there next Friday night with the Eskimos in town to meet the Alouettes. A week in Montreal you wouldn't want anyway, would you?
Work.
Rick Ray. Hervey out at the 5-yard line. Ricky Ray. And Ed Hervey is definitely back.
Well, there's our first chance to see Ricky Ray throw a deep ball. And how good is this to Ed Hervey? He's the inside receiver on the play. He's going to end up running the corner pattern. Hervey down, back to the corner of the field. And how's this for a strike? Yeah, baby.
35 yards. And when you watch Ed Hervey, and you also see Terry Vaughn in the middle of all of that, these guys are a great combination. 81 and number 3.
The possession receiver in Vaughn and the speedster in Hervey.
First and goal to go. The Eskimos are at the Lions' 5.
Oh,
throwing on the run. There's his second touchdown toss of the night. Rick Walters.
I am impressed with Ricky Ray. And I think there's some fans here in Edmonton that are also impressed with him. He directed traffic on this one. He gets outside and directs traffic. Now he does have time to throw the ball, and that helps. But we've seen him throw the intermediate ball. We've seen him throw the deep ball, and that one to Ricky Walters is the touchdown pass. Not bad start.
John Fleming nails the converts. And what a beginning for Ricky Ray as the Eskimos starting quarterback. His first chance comes tonight, and I guess he really hasn't seen much of that fire truck, has he?
Well, he's not sure about the fire truck, but he's on fire right now. And he gets to the outside and then directs traffic, and this takes poise. He doesn't panic. He's going to go to play action and come out this way. Watch when he comes out now. Took our cameraman for a second with the fake, and then he directs traffic. He tells Ricky Walters to just slide into the middle with his left hand and then delivers it with his right. Watch how he's going to do this. Here comes the play action. Now he comes outside. He goes, okay, there, direct traffic. Go over to the left, and I'll throw it right into you. When you get in there in a game and you're trying to look down the field to throw, and the only reason I know is because I did a fake field goal one time and had to roll out with the ball, and it is not easy.
Have you got any tape of that? I'd love to see that someday.
Yeah, I want to hop to Delgard. But, it's not easy, and he's out there with poise, directing traffic, telling Ricky Walters, hey, just move to the inside, I'll hit you.
11 of 16 for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nice beginning. And a great game here at Commonwealth tonight with the Eskimos on top again by 3. This is Willie Hurst out to the 22 on the return. Lead has changed hands a couple of times, just the way we like it on Wendy's Friday Night Football.
What an exciting player Willie Hurst has become, and if you want to see some excitement, this is Canadian football at its best, folks. Coming right after the Edmonton. Willie Hurst takes the kickoff. 97 yards. And dives in.
So now we wonder if Damon Allen and the Lions can respond. This is Sean Millington. Millington and Hurst in the backfield. A little bit different than Millington and Drummond because Hurst gives you a little more outside speed with Robert Drummond there in partnership with Millington.
That was the power group.
That was the power group. 2 straight ahead guys for the most part.
Well, it seems to go in cycles, and when one exciting player comes into the league, a lot of teams will try and adapt to what they're doing. And you think of Charles Roberts in Winnipeg, and now everyone's trying to find a Charles Roberts, and they think they've got one in Willie Hurst.
Allen on second down. Thompson lays out and gets it.
Nice.
Larry. What a nice catch there. And that got the Lions out of a deep hole. They're out at the 42-yard line now.
Well, he had to sell himself on this one. One, to get to the ball, but the other is he feels like he's going to get hit on an inside play with Jack Kellogg hanging around. So he just lays out, comes up with a big catch. Boy, he made a huge catch in that game versus Hamilton last week. And I don't, in the 2 games, and this is now his 3rd game with the Lions, I don't think he's dropped one yet.
17-yard gain, and Millington gets the call. Sean Millington for better than 5. 5-time Western All-Star, number 25. 3-time All-Canadian. And last week, a memorable night as Millington ran wild.
That was a shorter one. This one, he powered in. This was a good one. This was the fun one to watch.
That was the play.
Took on Rob Hitchcock there. Free safety, and then from the 1 yard. One of his easier ones. They had to pound this one a little bit too, right at the goal line. Him and Hitchcock getting up close and personal.
Touchdowns of 1, 5, 9, and 17 yards.
Doug Peterson.
Any room there as Doug Peterson comes to life and meets Willie Hurst.
Peterson and Alfred Payton together. Payton slashes down, and right there you can see number 94 Peterson. He's in there along with Alfred Payton.
We talked about it earlier, but that's something they're missing with Doug Peterson hobbled by an ankle injury and only able to participate in about 9 plays last week. Getting a little more out of him is going to be making it a little more difficult to run against this Eskimo front 4.
Coaches will tell you, you've got to be solid down the middle. Your nose, your middle linebacker, your safety.
Better kick for Martino. It's scorched by Walters, and Winston October got it just in time. There was absolutely nowhere to run after a 52-yard punt. Let's bring in Ken Chillibeck.
Thanks, John. You were talking about Ronald Williams earlier. Well, here he is standing on the sidelines. Ronald, just first of all, tell us what your injury is and how long you're going to be out.
It's a torn MCL, and prognosis so far is 6 weeks. So we're going to see what happens. Just rehab and get stronger, a little bit better. It's a tough injury to deal with early on, but I think I can recover from it.
It's a wild first half here. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a blowout and then back and forth. How are you enjoying it?
Oh, it's good to sit back and see, take things from a different angle for once, because I've never really sat back and watched it before, but this is cool. I see some things that really need to be worked on, but I think we'll be all right.
Okay. Thanks, Ron.
Thanks,
okay.
So we'll wait and see exactly when Ronald Williams. Here's Ricky Ray. What a deflection. Somehow or other, that ended up in the hands of Terry Vaughn.
Well, it went through Tyrone Bell's hand, and Terry Vaughn in the right place at the right time.
Good to be lucky, lucky to be good. Here's Ricky Ray again.
Tipped. Tyrone Bell knocked that one right into Terry Vaughn. You know, but you buy your breaks. That's just living right.
He was not the original target, but it turns into a 30-yard gain for the Eskimos, and they're out at the Edmonton 40. Edmonton currently leading 17-14. Here's John Avery again.
You know, Ricky Ray has taken some big hits in this game. He's seen some blitz. He's seen some zone on the intermediate pass. This was the play before. Watch Ray throw that ball. Hit a couple of times. He goes down. It's no problem. He didn't see how it was complete. He just said, oh, another completion in my total.
12 of 17, 169, and 2 touchdowns. Closing in on the 3-minute warning. Near side, Ed Hervey has the catch. And we'll see where they spot it, whether or not it's a first down.
Be
pretty darn close.
It'll be about half a yard past that first down marker.
And that's another Eskimo first down.
You can hear it. The Eskimos have another first down. The drive will continue with 2:52 to go till halftime. This guy's put on a nice show tonight, hasn't he?
Very nice.
1. The need to be seen at a distance when darkness falls. 2. The innovation. Clothing created from materials so amazingly reflective, it can be seen hundreds of meters away. That's 3M innovation. We help the world see things more clearly because we make the leap from need to innovation. 3M innovation.
It's the best-selling line of pickup trucks in Canada. It's the best-selling truck in the U.S. In fact, F-Series is the best-selling truck in the world. If you're not driving the truck more people in the world depend on, maybe it's time you did.
The boys are ready. Wendy's at the half is coming up. In about 3 minutes of playing time here from Commonwealth. They'll like this game.
Yeah, and I know one guy, Matt Dunnigan's going to be pretty excited about the play of Ricky Ray here in Edmonton. Young quarterbacks come in and do their thing, and you get a chance to play, you got to show something, and that's why Dan Crowley's a starter in Ottawa, and Jason Moss is a starter here, Neil Green is a starter in Saskatchewan.
Well, the Eskimos have a way of finding quarterbacks, do they not? Ricky Ray got it away. John Avery.
Well, the thing that we really haven't seen from Ricky Ray tonight is how he will respond from adversity when that first big mistake happens, and it will happen. Jason Moss went through it when he was the starter. You know, when you throw that bad interception or you have a bad game or a bad series of plays, how do you respond and come back? That's the only thing we haven't seen because Ricky Ray's been pretty consistent.
A 2-yard gain. This is 2nd and 8 Eskimos from the shotgun. And flags go down. And another flag on the far side as Ray tried to hook up with Terry Vaughn. 2 markers are down.
Well, that's just great coverage by the veteran Derek Lewis. You're going to see the corner of your screen the one-on-one on the outside. And look at Derek Lewis close ground.
Offside, BC 91. 2nd down repeated.
So that's Herman Smith. Played a nice first half. Edmonton on top by 3, 17-14. So this will be 2nd and 3. Eskimos out across midfield. And setting up at the BC 52. So the big fullback, Wendell Davis.
He didn't get there. Barron Simpson met him in the hole.
Looks like about a yard shy.
You know, sometimes it's just instincts that takes a good linebacker to the spot he's got to be in, and you can't really coach it. You can tell him what gaps he's responsible for or where he's responsible for and where he's supposed to line up on the field, but you can't really coach instincts.
That's one thing, but a lot of talent, too. When you look at this guy who comes into the league rookie last year, wins that award, but he's also the All-Canadian middle linebacker. That takes some doing, doesn't it? 3rd and 1, and Ricky Ray, with no penalty markers anywhere, will have the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, Tom Higgins got to be very proud of the way his young quarterback has played. And you think, we said it earlier, coming in, he had just thrown 4 passes in Canadian football. This could have been a disaster for him. And Barato's thinking, on the other hand, well, okay, he looked pretty good. We got to rethink things. Well-played football game so far by both teams.
Do you think Tom Higgins had a good night's sleep last evening?
Well, you know, they say, coaches will tell you that for every rookie that you play as a starter, you lose 1 game. Higgins just crossing his fingers that his rookie starting quarterback wouldn't lose him 1. So far, he's played very, very well.
Tossed a couple downs, moved the Eskimo offense more effectively than what we saw last week against the Riders at Taylor Field, but then that was a very fired-up Saskatchewan team without question.
He's just a pup. He's only 22 years old, Ricky Ray.
It's whistled down. before Ray can do anything with it. 1:30 on the clock in the south end zone.
Well, and it's interesting because the guys in the studio talked about it, that he came from Fresno Frenzy in Arena League 2, and the field is about 3 times as wide as the Arena League.
Time count violation, Edmonton 15, second down.
And there's a lot of things happening, and he knew that that would be a huge adjustment for him. But it's interesting how he got here. Coach that was last year coaching in Winnipeg as the offensive coordinator was Rick Warman, a former quarterback here in Canadian football. He saw him down in arena football, called to Hugh Campbell and Tom Higgins, said, this guy can play at that level. Bring him into camp.
Ray is 5 for 5. There's a nice snap here in his last 5 passes. And he won't get an opportunity to continue this drive. The Lions were coming and brought just about everyone, led by Barron Simpson.
Well, that's not Ricky Ray's fault, though. That's just a bad snap from Tim Prince and up over his head. He can't handle it now. The race is on to see who gets the stat. Carl Kidd and Barron Simpson arrive basically at the same time, and now the Lions are going to have some field position here with time to put some points on the board. And Sean Fleming has had problems getting the kick out of there sometimes. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the BC Lions send some pressure at Fleming, see if they can't block one here.
Well, there were a couple of blocked kicks against Fleming, looking back a couple of weeks ago.
Well, there's only one returner on, that's Willie Hurst, and that would mean that there's 11 on the line, and the block could be coming.
Didn't quite get there, so here's Willie Hurst. Well covered by Eskimo special teams. Just 8 on the return. So it's up to Alfred Payton and the Eskimo defense now to try and hang on to this lead. For Edmonton, at halftime, there's 1 minute on the clock.
Well, they played better, John, against the run in this half, and that's one thing I think that they'll go in at halftime and say, okay, that's a big improvement. One of the reasons for that is Doug Peterson. But Payton's also been involved in, you heard it in the pregame show, we had a nice clip of Payton saying, hey, if I was them, I'd run on us, after giving up 290 yards a week ago along the ground.
So the Lions begin at the 35. Damon Allen can't find anyone open. Fired it for Millington, but that was in heavy traffic.
Boy, and that's exactly what happened, John. There was no one open for Allen to play. Sooner or later, Alfred Payton and his great pass rush ability, he's going to get there sooner or later. He's working one-on-one on John Ottenetto. He's a newcomer in his first year. How would you like that? 12 years of experience coming down on you.
And how about the rookie quarterback for the Eskimos? 176 passing yards compared to 37 for Damon Allen. Shotgun for Allen. This one is on the money, and it will go for a first down. Jason Claremont's nice catch.
Alfred Payton, one-on-one on John Ottenetto. He gets his hands up in his face there and just gives his quarterback enough time. So far, he's hanging in there. That's a matchup we'll watch. 12 years of versus rookie.
Allen looking deep. He's got a man open, and the receiver falls down. It's Claremont again. No penalty markers there.
Well, Claremont tried, but I think that ball was not catchable.
Allen looking deep for 82, Jason.
He tried to draw the flag. You're going to see the end of this, and working on Shannon Garrett, and the ball's thrown about 10 yards past him, and he just he pushed me up, and then no, we're not buying what you're selling.
Not good enough for an Emmy or an Oscar or a penalty marker.
Well, he's got time. Damon Allen still has time to put some points on the board before the half.
42 seconds on the clock. Allen looks at 2nd and 10, and he missed his target. That was Larry Thompson over there.
The timing was off a little bit between Larry Thompson and Jason Claremont, and because of that, Thompson took a little too long to get to the spot. Damon Allen put the ball in the right spot, but Thompson got caught up in the little pick they were trying to run and couldn't get in there. Here you see Jason Claremont with the clearing out pattern. See, they almost collide. That slowed down Larry Thompson just enough.
Martino gets it away. October calls for it, then loses the ball. Lions have a chance at coming up with it with 28 seconds to go, but it goes right back to the Eskimos.
And Sean Millington can't believe he didn't get the handle on the pigskin. It was right there for him, and he has it, and it slips under his hands.
October fumbled it. Millington almost had it.
Yeah, Winston October got caught peeking to find a little hole there and forgot about catching the football.
So 28 seconds till halftime. John Avery strung out and brought down by Lewis. Well, it was a rainy afternoon here in northern Alberta, and those clouds look a little ominous at this point with some weather warnings in the area.
Well, we play football in rain or shine, doesn't matter. Bring on the storm.
Rain or shine, but no lightning.
Well, if it's real bad lightning, no, we'll call it there. The tall guys don't like the real bad lightning.
Funny. Well, that's as funny as you've ever been.
No. What a half he's put together.
Time-count violation, Edmonton 15.
No, he's had a couple of those. A couple of those in this half, and that's understandable. Damon Allen still has the odd time count violation. But here's a guy who...
Please put 1 second back on the clock. Clock should read 0.2 seconds.
Comes in, and I'm sure that Tom Higgins probably told him, remember, you don't win football games on every single play. You can't make every single play. Use your talent, and there's a bunch of it on this offense. Ed Hervey back, Terry Vaughn, John Avery. Use your talent. Sometimes you don't have to win it, just don't lose it. And Ray goes down, and that'll be that.
Well, he'll take the lead to the dressing room at halftime, and it really was a wonderful performance by a rookie starting his first game.
But lots of football to be played, because Barrett Simpson, when he's around, the fun has just begun.
At the half, brought to you by Wendy's. Wendy's Bacon Mushroom Melt is back for a limited...
That's Danny Machocha and his patient style of offense right now, and Ricky Ray's executing to perfection.
And here is the coach with the lead at the half, Tom Higgins, speaking with our Ken Chillibeck.
Tom, you got to be pleased with the play of your rookie quarterback, Ricky Ray, in this first half.
Well, it's a pleasant surprise. We knew he's shown all of these traits in practice and through training camp, so it's nice that he's able to execute our offense.
Any concern that he is getting hit a lot? Some maybe adjustments have to be made by the O-line, or how do you look at what's happened there?
Well, he's a tough man, but we don't want to get him hurt. He has to throw at times. We anticipated them coming after him, and he's holding up, and we'll make a couple adjustments, but there's times when he's going to have to throw the ball because we don't have enough people to block all the people that are coming.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
The BC Lions trail by 3. Alfred Jackson back in the Leos lineup coming off of an injury, and he's making his impact felt in this one with his touchdown grab. Second half is next.
First at halftime could make the second half rather interesting with the Eskimos up by 3. Let's get down to Ken Chillibeck.
Save your assessment of the first half. It's a wild game. The weather's starting to change too.
One of the big plays on both sides of the field. We need to make a few more of them. They're throwing the ball down the field on us a little bit. We got to control that. We got to be a little bit more consistent with our running game. We got to protect Damon. They've gotten us a couple of times. Alfred's gotten us, and then that last play, they gave us a different look on defense and brought some people from different spots, and we missed them. Just police up what we're doing and keep on fighting. It looks like it could be a real dandy.
I was going to say, this weather, how's that going to affect things?
Well, it might make it a little more difficult to throw the ball. I kind of like that.
Yeah, when you've got Millington and Hurst coming out of your backfield, rain's a nice thing.
Well, coaches love to have the consistency of a good running game. And they like that. That's just smash mouth football now. You just get your guys, smash into the other guys. Let's see which running back can get the most out of it. That storm that was rolling in is in.
It has arrived. The good news is it was a little worse 10 minutes ago. This is Williams returning for the Lions out across the 30 to the 33. And what Damon Allen has to do is get a couple of drives going here in the second half.
Yeah, and get back to that running game, because when the running game's going well, Damon Allen's going well, and you can see the comparison. Veteran and Damon Allen and the raw rookie, and the rookie's got the upper hand right now.
The rookie's hanging right in there, isn't he? A couple of touchdown passes in your first half of football. It's a nice beginning.
So now it's your first game. It's a divisional, and by the way, we're going to have a thunderstorm drop on you as well.
Allen keeps it on the ground. This is Willie Hurst. Footing seemed to be a bit of a problem for him there. He lost a little bit.
Well, you talked about Allen struggling offensively a little bit. They had some protection problems, and they got that one touchdown on the kickoff return. So Damon Allen wasn't even part of that one, but that one throw to Alfred Jackson, really the only time that the BC Lions were really threatening. Now, when it rains like this, it often takes a little bit away from the quick, smaller backs, and the power backs become more important.
2nd and 12. Allen goes for Thompson. He got one hand on it, and Kellogg was in the area. Might have had an opportunity for the interception. Yes, he knows he was close to it.
Well, they keep trying to work this. This time they put Alfred Jackson on the side with Larry Thompson, run the clear out. And Thompson is into the middle cleanly, but that ball is just overthrown. And the grip on the football and securing the ball becomes more important when that rain comes down.
So Martino handles the snap on 3rd down. Pretty good kick. This is Terry Vaughn. Slowed but not stopped. Now he's hammered out of bounds. 13 yards on the return. 1st and 10 Edmonton when we return. For some football as the second half is nicely underway. Monday Off the Record with Michael Landsberg. Special guest will be Michael Bishop.
I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while. Whoa. So here you go, Ricky Ray. By the way, you're in Canada, and this can happen occasionally.
The ball's a little bigger, and it might be a little slipperier.
This is not
an evening like this.
This is not Sacramento. That's a pretty good first half for Ricky Ray. Good field position for the young quarterback to start.
And he engineered a couple pretty nice drives. John Avery likes the wet stuff. He'll have a first down.
Good blocking up front at the point of attack by Leo Groenwagen. He opens up a nice hole for John Avery, and Baron Simpson just a little bit high on his angle, but in fairness to Simpson, he had to go and contain Ricky Ray and then try and get back and involved.
Avery picked up 11, and the Eskimos are in BC territory again. Avery gets a second straight call. Feet were moving a little faster than his upper body, obviously, and he went down there.
Well,
traction a problem.
People always ask me, when it starts to rain, who gets the advantage? And I truly believe that offensively, receivers on defensive backs have an advantage because they know where they're going and the defensive back has to react. But for running backs, I think the advantage goes to the D linemen because when they try to make those sharp cuts, it's a lot tougher on them.
On 2nd down, Ricky Ray won't get this one away, and it's Baron Simpson again. He's had a great night, hasn't he?
Just great night after great night for Baron Simpson. And again, they are showing this blitz. They're not disguising anything. And here he is right here. He's just in that stand-up position. He's showing it. And he says, I'm here, and I'm going to come. And John Avery can't find his way to get to Barron Simpson. Former rivals in college football.
36-27.
So the Eskimos get set to kick it away. Fleming back near his 35. Good kick. Hurst has trouble finding it. The Eskimos have it. Eskimos recover as Hurst has a problem coming up with the ball. Scott Robinson on special teams recovers a 49-yard punt, and the Eskimos get it right back.
Who is going to be the first to make this kind of mistake? Willie Hurst.
Well, maybe the end is in sight with that rainbow over Commonwealth Stadium.
Well, I'm not sure what's happening somewhere over the rainbow, but somewhere under it, there's a battle going on.
And the Eskimos might have found a pot of gold here as Willie Hurst lost control and Scott Robinson recovers to set Edmonton up in terrific field position at the 12.
You can always blame it on the rain, but both teams play with the rain.
Nice little reverse move here as Vaughn can't get away. Herman Smith tracked him down.
Interesting play with all this rain coming down to run that reverse toss to Terry Ray, or Terry Vaughn, who's coming from right to left. But look at the speed of big Herman Smith. Here's Terry Vaughn. He sneaks in and puts the brakes on.
You've got your Terry Ray in this game. You've got your Ricky Ray in this game. And you've got your Terry Vaughn in this game.
Your Machocha. Oh, no, that doesn't go with all those guys.
Didn't work out well on that one, did it? Loss of yards. This is second down. End zone toss. Walters looking for a penalty flag, and it doesn't arrive.
No, sir. That is textbook coverage from Bo Lewis. And Ricky Walters was doing as much pulling as Bo Lewis. Watch this. Here's the one-on-one matchup. Now Lewis is in chase, and the right hand of Walters, look at him pulling on 17's jersey. And then he goes, oh, what about the penalty? No, I don't think so. That's textbook.
Derek Lewis on Rick Walters. And the Eskimos will settle for a 3 at best.
Now, even in the rain, kicking becomes an adventure, even on the short ones. That plant foot, the concern for kickers. Whoop.
Blocked. As you say, it's a bit of a concern, so the Lions dodge a bullet here, depending on the penalty.
Now, there's a flag down.
Anthony Pryor got a hand on it.
Were the Lions offside? But the snap is high and the timing is off. They're going to come off the edges, and that's where the pressure comes from. Watch the snap. Jack Kellogg has to go up and get it. He comes right out of his stance to get it. Blocked through the line, and there came the flag
Offside,
late.
BC 45. Third down repeated.
Ron Akemi on special teams.
Well, it didn't really look like someone jumped, so Ron Akemi must have been inside that neutral zone in his stance.
So Fleming gets another crack at it. An 18-yard try this time.
The holder comes out of his stance like that. The timing of the kick is completely gone.
Jackie Kellogg is holding with Jason Moss watching on the sidelines, and this time they get it right. 3 more for the hometown Eskimos. A rainy night in Edmonton, but the football has been terrific.
At 8 a.m., I'm John the chauffeur. 9 a.m., the district manager. At 8 p.m., the storyteller. But at 6 a.m., I'm John. John Redden, Power Bar user since 1995.
The unstoppable.
Look at this monster. This is a killing machine. Brock Lesnar.
The uncontrollable.
Triple H is not supposed to be here. Somebody needs to stop him. WWE Raw, Monday nights on TSN.
Eskimos have opened up a 6-point lead. There's lots of time remaining for Damon Allen and the BC Lions, beginning at the 35. Willie Hurst turns the corner. Good run for 6.
Well, Hurst was really putting together a nice night. That kickoff return for a touchdown. He's run the ball fairly well. He does have the one blemish, however. And that was the fumble that set up that 3 points for Edmonton. But the defense did respond. That's a victory for the BC Lion defense. You get the ball and you hand it to them right down inside your 10 and then hold them to a field goal. That should give you some momentum.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Larry Thompson to the near side. Nice fake by Damon Allen. Away from A.J. Gass. And loads the ball anyway. And got it across the line.
You know, the Edmonton fans are booing, and I think they have a reason for it. You know, Damon Allen threw that away deliberately. He had nothing. A.J. Gass had him. But here's the other side of the coin. A lot of times, the defender, in this case Gass, would get the quick whistle if he's got the quarterback in his grasp or he's going to hit the quarterback because they're trying to protect him. And that time, he has Damon Allen all wrapped up, and they allow Damon Allen to spin around, throw it away, and save the loss, and don't blow it dead.
Martino kicking a slightly heavier football. October on the run, and he's out across the 40 to about the 43. Rain is letting up in Edmonton. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football with the Esks on top by 6.
Damon Allen is ready to play. You play $1 Million Touchdown to win at Safeway. Get a bonus entry when you buy McCain assorted French fries or Nestle ice cream. You could win $250 in Mark's Work Warehouse gift certificates, Porter Cable's cordless drill driver kit with flashlight, or win an all-inclusive trip for 2 from SunQuest to the beautiful Rio Jalisco Resort in Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. Swipe your club card at Safeway today.
Get into the Molson Canadian House Party, and you can party with Fat Boy Slim. And when it's over...
Congratulations, you're the winner.
Someone will win the cabin for the winter.
Hey, guys! Isn't that the Swedish women's ski team?
Nope. Look for specially marked cases of Molson Canadian for your chance to get in. Must be of legal drinking age, no purchase necessary.
This is great. Look at these toppings. This is takeout pizza at its finest.
It's not takeout.
Oh, I know pizza, and this crust spells takeout.
Yes, but it's not takeout.
If it's not takeout, how come it tastes like takeout?
It's not takeout.
Oh, come on. Look, taste. This is takeout.
Okay. You're right. It's takeout.
McCain Rising Crust Pizza. Can you tell it from takeout?
Pretty picture. The worst may be over with the rainbow there, but Ken Chillibeck is a popular guy on the sidelines with one of the very few umbrellas down there.
Yeah, Ryan Smith of the Edmonton Oilers, of course, sharing my umbrella. Everybody wants to get undercover right now. Ryan, what brings you to the game tonight, and how are you enjoying it?
Well, we got to support the city, and obviously it's one way to do it is come out here and enjoy the sports around here. And obviously we're up 20-14 right now, and that's a good start for us.
How are you feeling? You getting ready for the season? Not too far away.
Yeah, I'm gearing up for the season. It's an exciting season for us. We had a downfall with not making the playoffs this year, but we're really raring to go, and when the training camp comes around, we're excited.
What do you like about the CFL?
Well, I think obviously it's kind of nice to know some of the players over the years, and it's nice to come down here and enjoy some good football, but I've never been to an NFL game, so this is kind of interesting.
So you're a big CFL fan, obviously. Thank you very much,
Ryan.
Sure.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate your time. Okay, thank you.
That's great.
Ricky Ray on second down. To the far side, he'll have his man, and that will be good for a first down.
You know, that's great to see Ryan Smith here in the game, and It's the community pride. He talked about supporting a team in the community and great hockey star. And of course, Vince Carter, the Toronto Raptors, was in Toronto watching the Argos play. And it's an exciting brand of football that the pro athletes in other sports, hockey, basketball, love to watch as well. And they have their favorite teams. And remember talking to Calgary Flames and Edmonton Oilers about the Labor Day rivalry between the Stamps and the Eskimos and how they all place their bets and get ready for that one. So it's great to see him out.
Brazel's first catch is good for a first down, and the shovel pass worked well in the early going, but Vaughn is nailed there. And on the previous play, while Ken was talking to Ryan Smith, Avery didn't find any yardage either.
Well, they've got this one figured out. The BC Lions defense has now figured out that, okay, there's 2 eligible receivers. See, Derek Lewis, 17, took Avery, and there is Herman Smith, 91, taking Terry Vaughn. So now they've went in. That's adjustments at halftime. That's what you do. You go in, you draw up the play on the board. You say, okay, here's the responsibility. Herman Smith, you get Terry Vaughn. Bo Lewis, you go ahead and take Avery.
Loss is 3. Ray finds Hervey will turn this into a first down and maybe a touchdown.
Good.
Yes, sirree.
5.
Ed Hervey is back.
What do they got planned now?
Ed's first game of the year, and he's obviously not in sync. He hasn't been to those dancing classes.
Well, you got to have help if you're going to run scot-free to the end zone on a hitch pass. And when I talk about help, I'm talking about blocking help. Ball's going to go out to your left, the left of your screen. And first of all, there's the big block by Ricky Walters right at the bottom of your screen there. And you got to have help.
58 yards. Hervey's catch and run, covering almost 60 yards.
One more time. And when I talk about Ed Hervey going untouched, watch the block made by Ricky Walters right there. That block seals the corner. That's right at waist deep. Then there's another one down the field, and Ed Hervey's like, this is like my track days. This is when I was running the 100. Comes from the low angle. There's that block on Anthony Pryor. And look at that stride.
Ed Hervey with a history of big games against the BC Lions.
Now this is his first game, and we're in week 5, so Ed Hervey's had some time to work on this, and the gallery's there taking his picture.
Let's say what's up to Travis Moore down there in Calgary, man. I hope you feel better.
Nice touch, Ed.
There you go. We all hope Travis Moore is feeling better and back as soon as possible, but look at the day that Ed Hervey's putting together.
Another kickoff by the Eskimos with a 27-14 lead on the Lions. This is John Williams. And this is a different Eskimo team than we saw last Friday night against Saskatchewan.
Well, it's funny, you know, everyone coming in, they say, they look at the paper, right? They get the depth charts from both teams and the media and the fans, everyone. They start looking at the paper, and then they come up with this saying, on paper, this looks like the Lions should probably run away with it, right? On paper, they have a rookie quarterback in Edmonton starting. They've lost Ronald Williams. So on paper, this should be a blowout, a one-sided affair.
David Allen, first down, pump fake to his right, looks to the left, and he'll have his target. Not caught. Ryan Thelwell couldn't hang on. That could be a very costly miss.
That's a bad drop from Thelwell, but I think the intended receiver was Alfred Jackson. Alfred Jackson sees a little traffic in front of him, though. He can't get through. So Damon Allen looks to Jackson. He's trying to run through that fence, so he has to go back to the backside. Still has time, and it's a perfect throw. And Ryan Thelwell has done that about 4 times too many for the likings of the BC Lions and Steve Barato.
2nd and 10. Big play for Damon Allen. And he went to Thelwell again. The coverage.
Not a bad idea for Damon Allen. Not a bad idea for Damon Allen to go back at Ryan Thelwell. And that was Allen just overthrowing this ball. But Damon Allen goes right back to Ryan Thelwell, and he wants to keep him confident as possible. And that ball just overthrown on Thelwell's. Damon Allen now struggling a little bit with the handle, but he really should have had the catch early.
3rd 2 and out for the BC Lions in the second half. It's part of the reason they're down 27-14. Winston October awaits. Tony Martino delivers. At the 40, away from 1, and then surrounded. Just 2 on the return. Montreal, a great place to be when the CFL is in town, and that's tomorrow night. Alouettes host the Blue Bombers in a showdown of the 2 hottest teams in the league.
Well, the Winnipeg Bombers have their star quarterback, Kahari Jones. Congratulations to the Jones family. Kahari and Justine had an 8-pound baby girl. Jay Lynn, that's her name, a couple hours ago. And he is in Winnipeg right now. They've tried to make arrangements to get him back for the game, but that is still a question mark.
You may be flying with him tonight. Ricky Ray at the controls for the Eskimos. He has time, and it evaporates quickly as Ray is down. Looking deep there.
He was looking deep to Ricky Walters, but Anthony Pryor wasn't biting on the fake.
Cameron Legault got there.
Cameron Legault gets there because Anthony Pryor holds off the coverage. Cameron Legault is going to get the pressure up the middle. Now, Ricky Ray has time, but see how the coverage closed down? At the other side. See, there's the hitch fake. Now Walters, number 13, top of your screen, tries to go deep, and Anthony Pryor just said, no, I didn't buy that little hitch stuff. He was back there in coverage.
So on 2nd and a whole bunch, Brazel to the near side. Ray goes over the middle, and Vaughn is there. Vaughn took the hit, still made the catch. This guy is something else. 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons. There's a penalty marker back in the Eskimo backfield.
Yeah. And that may take away this tremendous play from a receiver. That's a big-time hit from Ron Okami.
Well, they're walking back, and it's going to be holding against.
And he just laughs it off. You know, there are some tremendous receivers in this league. But I'm thinking if I'm building a team and I have my choice of the receivers, he's probably my first phone call. Terry Vaughn.
You see it? There you go again.
He just does so much football.
You got Stiegel and Cahoon you got to talk to tomorrow.
Well, Stiegel and Cahoon would be,
yeah.
1 and 1A and 1B.
I know what you're saying. There's Ricky Vaughn, and there's not much there. 2nd and 28.
Well,
and this guy knows how to get it done.
You mentioned that Vaughn is chasing down his 8,000-yard season. Coming into this game, he tied with Don Narcisse 7. 8 would give him the record. He needed 54.7 yards per game the rest of the way, including this one.
And just 1 catch for Terry Vaughn last week for 2 yards, so it was an off night for a lot of players against the Rough Riders in Saskatchewan. There's early movement, and 4 flags fly.
Well, if you're going to try and if this is against the Lions and you're going to try and anticipate the snap count on a punt formation, try and block it, when it's 3rd and 100, you might as well do it then. Outside BC. So that's exactly what it is. You try and time the snap count because you know if you get a penalty, it doesn't matter. You give up 5 yards, but you certainly don't give up a first down.
The referee's mic has taken on some water. Not surprisingly.
They're bailing it out down there right now.
So we'll dry it off.
6:27.
Fleming standing back at the 20. Charge was on. Nice high kick coming down to Willie Hurst. Lost one earlier, lost another one. Incredible. Willie Hurst has dropped 2, and they have both been recovered by Scott Robinson.
Now, some people may say Scott Robinson is just in the right place at the right time, but you have to be hustling off the line of scrimmage, and you have to be hustling down the field to be in that right place at the right time. You know, and he's being blocked by Cedric Curr the entire time. He works his way down there and is the first guy there back, and it happens twice in a row.
Rewind to this.
Well, this one bounces to him, but he's the first man down. And that's because he's hustling. You're hustling on special teams, good things happen.
Better field position on the first, but Avery is wrapped up here at the 35. Well, Eskimos are definitely in field goal range. Loss of 3.
Now Hurst has got to remember with the conditions to just make sure he secures the football. He still, you know, he's continuing to look down the field and peek at where the hole may be, and that's exactly what Steve Barato is saying to him now. Just secure the ball, even if you don't get a big return like you did in the first half. That's okay, but we have to have the football.
Back to happier times for Willie Hurst. 97 yards in the touchdown. But a couple of bobbles have given the Eskimos opportunities. There's another one, and a flag comes down from behind the play on the coverage on Terry Vaughn. Ron Akemi was there, number 45.
Probably was the right hand from Ron Akemi, because he's, see an ISO of Terry Vaughn here, and Akemi gets inside position. Vaughn makes him see you get that right arm over the shoulder, and then the left arm to the football. He really didn't have to put that right arm there. He had pretty good coverage on him. Ron Akemi played strong safety in college, San Jose State. As a linebacker here with the Lions, he's been asked to go and try and cover Terry Vaughn. Now, he was in pretty good position. He just panicked at the end.
Interesting numbers for these Edmonton Eskimos with a rookie at the controls. 19 first downs compared to 7 by British Columbia with Damon Allen in control. And not 1 first down for the Lions this half. Timeout called by the Eskimos.
Danny Matrocha down there on the sideline, talking things over with the young quarterback. Remember, the last time they had a turnover, they had to settle for a field goal. They want to make sure this time.
That's a pretty impressive debut, wouldn't you say?
Ah, that's gold, Jerry.
He has 2 more touchdown tosses than Damon Allen in 1 game. Allen has only 1 on the season. Little option. Avery turns the corner. He's gone. Touchdown.
Might come back.
Flag at the 12-yard line.
I think it's coming back, but this play is made. This play is made by Ricky Ray, because Ray comes down the line of scrimmage and he takes about 2 more steps before he pitches the ball to Avery so that he can draw the defender. Holding. Edmonton, something 4. But watch the extra step he takes. He takes 2 steps extra there just to hold Herman Smith and then pitch the ball. And Avery does the rest on the cutback, and that was a holding down the field.
Penalty goes against the Eskimos. It's a loss of 10 yards, so it will be first and 20.
I think they've got Chris Brazel for an illegal block. So the Eskimos are moved out to the 29.
Well, it's got to be the wrong. Well, it must have been down the field, yeah.
Ricky Ray looks for the touchdown again. That's 4. A couple for Ed Hervey. No flags anywhere. The Eskimos are on a roll. "7 days could be an eternity in football, wouldn't you think?" You look back to Wendy's Friday Night Football at Taylor Field, and these guys couldn't do anything right.
See what he does there. Ricky Ray rolls to his left, and the reason he does that is to pull the safety, Cedric Curry. If he can roll to his left there, he knows he's going to throw back. He has to influence the safety because if Cedric Curry stays right in the middle, now it's a 2-on-1 jump ball.
And Hervey and Ricky Ray combined for another touchdown. This one 29 yards. And who is this Ricky Ray anyway?
Hey. Watch Ricky Ray roll this way. Now when he rolls this way, if you can just get a glimpse. Stop it right there. See, look at the safety. Cedric Curry right there. See who's influenced by the rollout. That gets him over from the middle of the field. Now he's over there. Ricky Ray throws back to the post pattern. Cedric Curry tries to recover, runs into the deep official, can't do it. It's a one-on-one jump ball that Ed Hervey wins.
Back-to-back TDs for Ed Hervey, playing his first game of the season. And this is one cool customer, number 15 for the Eskimos, Ricky Ray. Eskimos have 10 points off BC turnovers. A couple by Willie Hurst.
Halfback was low.
Well, Hurst is back there. Ready to return. He has taken 197 yards for a touchdown and dropped 2, costing his team 10 points. This goes to John Williams. Decent return. Damon Allen will have good field position out at the 39, but he's got a deficit to make up now, Glenn, of 20 points at 14.
Well, now Damon Allen is in desperation time. You're down this much.
Lots of time where you haven't finished the third quarter yet.
Oh, there's plenty of time, but it all starts with Series 1. And this is Series 1 because right now he's got to stay on the field a little bit.
Time of possession, in the third quarter. Allen looking deep, going for Jackson, and he can't hang on. Coverage by Donnie Brady.
Well, Alfred Jackson did everything he could to try and get around Donnie Brady, but give Brady credit. He stuck with it. He's on the inside hip, and Jackson now has to try and fight around him to get to the football. Donnie Brady got beat on that touchdown early in this matchup. That's pretty good coverage from Donnie Brady. And that's not to be one-on-one with Alfred Jackson all night.
Lions face another 2nd and 10. This may work for a first down, yes. First down in the second half for the Lions, and it's Willie Hurst.
Well, and here's why this is successful. It's because Dan Payne makes a block on a blitz, and this time it's blocked up, so Allen has plenty of time to throw the football. That's what Steve Brattle said at halftime when we talked to him. He said, well, we've had some breakdown in protections. Some guys have gone free. That time Payne went out there, took Jack Kellogg, and allowed Damon Allen to throw the ball.
13-yard gain, and Allen looks to take off for the second time tonight. Took a hit, lost the ball. Who touched it going out of bounds? I believe the Lions.
It was close on that sideline.
A long way from us.
John Onneto.
That 65 got a hand on it, but
he swatted it, and that's a big hand. And I could see him swat at that football, but that was at the opposite side from our location. And there were bodies flying, and then a flag came out later. I thought Glenn Young was over there.
It's between 65 for the Lions and 55 for the Eskimos. Particularly important possession for BC.
Well, let's take a look right here. It's inbounds now. Oh, I don't know. objectionable conduct against Glenn Young. That was after the fact because he got up yelling that he thought that he had batted that ball out and he's getting thrown out of the football game. That's an ejection. Well, here he is. He thinks he's there first. 55 goes down on Allen. Now the ball's sitting in front of him. He swats it there, and he thinks he's got a. You know what? I think he's got an argument.
About who touched it last?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be BC ball when we return, and the fourth quarter is coming up. And the BC Lions need 3 touchdowns to win this. Now would be an appropriate time to find that Eskimo end zone. Allen has trouble, and they turn it right back to Edmonton. Mobley has it. Still on his feet, looking for one block. He's run a long way already. One-on-one with Thompson, and finally brought down.
Well, Damon Allen just lost the handle on the football. Dropping back, and Millington smashes into him, and when he does, the ball comes out.
Comedy of errors there.
And Mobley's off and running. That was designed to come underneath, it looked like, to Sean Millington. Either Damon Allen didn't get deep enough or Millington was too deep.
Eskimos set up inside the BC 50. This is Avery's best run of the night. John Avery has a first down with a 12-yard gain.
Willie Hurst gave the Edmonton Eskimos 10 points, and now another turnover from the BC Lions, as that play just did not have a chance from the get-go.
He's a big play guy for the Eskimos. A couple of interceptions on the season. A fumble return there. 3rd turnover coughed up by BC.
Well, he really is. You know, when you look at Singor Mobley, he's a playmaker. Some guys are good tacklers. He's a playmaker. And look at the dominance right now from the Edmonton Eskimos and their rookie. That's amazing.
With a quarter to go.
In his first start, and after 3 quarters, he's had the football for 30 minutes of the game, basically.
That's amazing, too. They weren't laughing a week ago, were they? Nice play-action fake by Ricky Ray. Won't get it away, at least not over the line of scrimmage.
I'd either be ruled that he's down. I didn't see any flags, so it won't be intentional grounding. So that'll be 3rd down.
Long range for a field goal.
You know, this defense for the BC Lions has really not played that badly. Brent Johnson's been in position most of the game, in good position. He holds things off for Brendan Iambaggio. Defensively, they're doing their thing, but BC has given the ball up 3 times now and fumble since it started raining.
Sean Fleming has kicked 8 out of 10 coming into this. He has hit from 49, but the turf is a little slippery out there, and he has a new holder. A 40-yard try, and Fleming does have it. I thought it might have been out of range. Add 3 more to the Eskimo total on a soggy night at Commonwealth. There's lots to smile about for Edmonton fans.
Kahari Jones is ready to play. Are you? Play $1 Million Touchdown to win at Safeway. If your name appears, you've won. $250 in Mark's Work Warehouse gift certificates with 170 locations across Canada. Mark's Work Warehouse. Or Porter Cable's 12-volt cordless drill driver kit with flashlight and 2 amp-per-hour batteries for more power and longer run time. Swipe your club card at Safeway and play $1 Million Touchdown to win.
Montreal, you used to be winners. Now you're just whiners. Boo, we are different. We are French. Shut up. You're not even real French anyway, like those guys from Denmark, man. In Vancouver, we're real. Yeah, the championship beat. They're really gonna kick some Alouette, but Poutine sucks. BC rules.
CFL, the rivalry lives on.
What's up, dudes?
These two guys, Willie Hurst and Sean Millington, led the Lions last week with 185 yards along the ground. Tonight it has been a very different story. Just 67 rushing yards tonight.
There's your average coming in. That was second. Nowhere near that average tonight.
Lions get it back, 1st and 10. Allen won't get a chance to get it away. It's Alfred Payton there again.
Yeah, but there's a flag all the way down in the secondary as well. And it was Alfred Jackson working one-on-one on Donnie Brady, and that's been a matchup we've watched. Brady's been hanging on, but
illegal contact on a receiver, Edmonton 26. First down, BC.
That's his number.
Told you we get the mic dried out.
Donnie Brady was just very physical with Alfred Jackson. Here's a good look at it for you. Grabs on, turns around, tackles him. That's against the rules.
Not allowed. Lions really need to come away from this drive with points. Allen has someone under coverage. And Lyle Green couldn't hang on.
Another matchup we've been watching has been Alfred Payton, the 12-year veteran, on John Odinetto, the rookie. Look at how he just settles his hips and uses his hands, keep Payton out of that backfield. And that's pretty good. Damon Allen had time to look at all his receivers, and so far Alfred Payton, I mean, he had that one sack a play ago that was called back because of the Donnie Brady penalty, but he's been quiet.
They have a 6-yard gain for Green, and here he goes.
What happened there? He can't believe it.
Again.
You've heard of the turf monster.
That got him.
But, well, it's natural grass, though. This is not turf, right? Because he is gone and then just somehow blows a tire right about now. No, that's too bad, because Lyle Green had at least another 10, 15 yards in him.
29-yard gain. The Lions are set up at the Eskimo 30. Trailing by a bunch at 37-14. Allen to the far side has Millington.
Well, we mentioned John Odinetto a couple of times. Steve Harden over there working beside him for the most part. And we saw him block Alfred Payton there, and now he's that side of the line and is helping to open up the run. That's how Lyle Green, he went off that side of the line, and two of them doing a nice job so far tonight. So just can't give the ball away when they get down in the scoring range like they did last time.
2nd and 5, Lions at the Eskimo 25. Allen can't find anyone open, and he should have the first down sliding near the 20. Gain of 6.
Well, he wants, you know, when he gets down in this end zone, he wants to go to number 7. This time, Donnie Brady picks him up in the zone coverage, and it becomes man-to-man, and now he's just going to track him just like a basketball player. That's like blocking him out from the key. Damon Allen wants him. He's going to turn back and look for AJ. AJ, come on. Get open. No, not open. Still not open. Work to the outside. Okay, I better pick it up on my own.
It will be a first down. 10-17 to play here in the 4th.
Look at, you see Donnie Brady's eyes there? Wow. Think he's wired with the challenge he's faced with tonight?
Lions from the 20. Draw play. And Millington is halfway to another first down. Maybe a gain of 6, in fact. This Eskimo defense allowed 260 yards along the ground last week.
290.
290, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's right, close to 300 yards. 404 in their last 2 games. And, you know, when we talk about the games that Willie Hurst and, you know, and Millington had, well, it's also Greg Marshall. He's on the right of your screen defensive coordinator. When I talked to him today, he said, I think we better shore up the run a little bit.
2nd and 5. Allen has another first down. He's inside the 5. And this is the first time the Lions have moved the football in the second half.
Well, yeah, and this defense, as well as they've played against Damon Allen, still have a lot of football to play. That time, Doug Peterson was moved to the outside, and that's where Damon Allen ran, right in the inside, where Doug Peterson usually lines up. This defense for the Edmonton Eskimos hasn't had to play much of this game. When you said possession after 3 quarters, heavily favoring Edmonton. They haven't been out there that much.
An injured Eskimo being tended to. And that could be costly. It's Alfred Payton, who's played very well. Still a bright spot even last week in this Eskimo defensive scheme. 398 career tackles coming in.
Right there is Alfred Payton. This one time he gets upfield on John Audinetto. He went down on that left arm, diving for Damon Allen. He'll be all right.
Tough customer, no doubt about that. With a 9-yard gain, Allen has the BC Lions set up at the 5. 1st and goal to go from there. Millington has a couple.
Millington needed that one block on the outside from Ryan Thelwell. He was working on Malcolm Frank, the corner, because it's all sealed up in the front. He's going to hit the line, and then nothing's going to be there. It's all sealed there. So he runs to the outside. Now, if he gets one block on the corner from Thelwell right there on Malcolm Frank, he gets in. Thelwell just can't get his pads on Malcolm Frank.
2nd and goal to go. The Lions are at the Eskimo 3. They messed up the play. Allen had trouble handling the snap. He might have gotten a yard.
I don't think the ball ever got to Damon Allen. He just picked it up off the ground. Take a look at this. Well, it did hit the back of his hands. It was just a little too deep.
He got a little bit back, though, didn't he?
But he did get
down to the 2.
And now they got to go.
Lions with 52 rushing yards on this drive. So one wonders why they didn't try that a little more frequently, but they ran into a very tough Eskimo defense, and there were a lot of 2-and-outs.
They play better. Damon Allen's going to take some time for a couple reasons. One, to make sure he gets his hands all dried up and cleaned off. He's got some mud on the hands and everything. He wants to make sure on this play. A lot of thoughts here. I mean, 2 yards is a long way to go. You get big Doug Peterson in the middle of that defense.
And Albert Reese. This touchdown.
Now, Alfred Payton is over there on the sidelines. He has to stay there for 3 plays. And that would be 2 more. So now, do you attack the edge of that defense if you're Damon Allen? Roll out, run a pitch.
Well, Payton wants to be anywhere but where he is right now. Either side of that defensive line. Here we go.
They're throwing.
Goal. Allen looks to put it up. Penalty markers are down. There's the touchdown toss. He's got it. No. They rule it no catch.
Oh, boy, this one. There was a lot of motion. The motion from the BC Lions looked like it was out of sync.
Offside. Edmonton 27.
So they'll get a crack at it. Well, it was effective enough.
AJ dropped that touchdown. If Singor Mobley is not offside, that's it.
Dropped it.
Well, AJ Gass was there. Maybe just messed with him enough.
So, Payton is back in. Lions have 3 cracks at it from the 1. They'll only need 1. There's Millington. 5th touchdown in the last couple of games for Sean Millington.
Boy, did they seal that right side. Sean Millington took a quick look to his left and then saw the home run this way. He said, wow, look at that. There's Jason Claremont again. Another big block. They're going to try and go for 2 here.
Well, down by 23 prior to that touchdown. So a single on a convert doesn't really do the Lions any good at all. Allen will put it up. Oh! Larry Thompson couldn't hang on. Allen had a lot on that.
He really did. That was a fastball. Allen used to be a pitcher. That was a fastball.
Whoa! It's a 17-point game.
Welcome to the TSN Newsroom. I'm Sunil Joshi. We'll get you back to the football game in just a second. Here are some of the stories we're working on for SportsCenter, which comes up right after the game, including reaction from the Commonwealth Games in the wake of triathlete Kelly Guest being kicked off the Canadian team after failing a drug test. Islanders captain Michael Pekka with some nasty words for Darcy Tucker regarding that hip check that knocked him out of the first round of the playoffs. Blue Jays and Twins, bottom of the 6th, Jacques Jones clears the tarpon right. It's a 2-run blast, first of 2 for him. Twins go on to beat the Blue Jays by a score of 10-5. Expos and Marlins, extra innings, bottom of the 10th. Jose Vidro launches one. It's a walk-off home run, 6-5 the final. The series is even at 1-1. That'll do it for this. SportsCenter comes your way immediately after the ball game. More coming up from Commonwealth. It's the Lions and the Edmonton Eskimos.
Sean Millington gets the Lions a little closer with a 1-yard touchdown.
Gets some big-time help from the right side of that offensive line. Watch them block down. Open up the hole. Claremont seals the backside there, and Millington falls in now. Full count. Bottom of the 9th. See if you can handle my heat.
And that was a high, hard one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thompson couldn't hang on. So what we've got is a 7 advantage for the Eskimos, and we've got Terry Vaughn. Pretty nice return out across the 45 for 23 yards. And again, the Eskimos have got good field position.
Well, but the defense for the BC Lions have hope. And why do they have hope? Because of the scoring drive that the offense put together. 5 minutes, 19 seconds. Damon Allen kept the ball in his hands. So that gives that defense new life. They need one stop, another drive, and we got to finish.
Lyle Green with a 29-yard run to keep that rolling for the Lions. Ricky Ray at the controls for the Eskimos.
And there you go.
And John Avery is stopped in his tracks.
John Avery has played pretty well from start to finish. Been consistent. He had a big run called back on a penalty. It was a touchdown on that option from Ricky Ray. But he's played well.
Lost one there. It'll be 2nd and 11. If you're joining us late, there was a downpour at halftime, so this field is a little slippery. Ricky Ray has the fullback, Wendell Davis.
Another good play by Derek Lewis, and that's what I'm saying. This defense has played well. Derek Lewis has been one of the stars in this defense for years, but played well tonight. He's been in coverage a lot with Terry Vaughn from the inside position. And really, other than a couple early that Vaughn had on the opposite side when he wasn't checking him. Derek Lewis has been there in coverage.
So the Eskimos are 2 and out. Forced to kick it away. Here's Fleming at his 35. Taking as much time as he can. John Williams bobbled the punt. And he got to it. Pretty good play by Eric Carter to keep an Eskimo at bay.
He saved it. Or it's Edmonton football.
There's something wonderful about a hamburger. It's one of the few things that brings so much joy. Made fresh, hot off the grill, all juicy and delicious with your choice of fresh toppings, it lifts your spirits and makes everything okay. That's the kind of hamburger we make. Wendy's Classic Double with cheese. It's better here. And now Wendy's pickup window is open late so you can eat great even late.
Cholesterol is a tough opponent because even if you're in top shape, you could have a cholesterol problem and be hit by heart disease. So if one of these criteria applies to you, or if you have 2 or more of these risk factors, speak to your doctor about being tested for high cholesterol. You want to know more? Call this number or visit this website. Play like a winner. Get tested. It could change your life.
Center after we're done. Big stories today. Kelly Guest of Victoria sent home from the Commonwealth Games in Manchester. The WBA heavyweight match in Vegas Saturday. Kurt Johnson of North Preston, Nova Scotia. John Ruiz. And the running of the bulls, cows. No, actually, it's the Tour de France. Some excellent photography there. We'll see what Dutchie has to say about that when Sports Center comes your way. Sean Millington takes a nice little flare pass out of the backfield. Following football, Dutchie and Joshy.
To your left is a wet pigskin. It's been a little slick for the BC Lions.
Oh, wouldn't that be uncomfortable?
And they don't have butter on their fingers. It's
butterheads.
Water.
Yeah. So Millington again.
Millington carries up the middle for BC.
You know, and you can't really coach the fumbles. 2 from Willie Hurst on returns, 1 from Damon Allen when he ran into Sean Millington.
Lions, though, have time with 5:03 to go. Allen lets it go deep. And an outstanding catch over there.
It really was. Jason Claremont.
Claremont again.
Went up to get it, yeah. And you know why it's a great catch is because even though it's wet, most receivers, especially young receivers, you see Damon Allen taking some heat as he puts that up there. Will try and get under that one and use their bodies to try and catch the wet ball, but Jason Claremont has confidence in his hands and stretches out. And you're right, there is still lots of time left in this game.
29-yard gain for Claremont. Allen roll now.
Hit again.
And he's got Thelwell with Doug Peterson all over the quarterback. First catch for Ryan Thelwell. He dropped one a little earlier.
Well, Doug Peterson, you know, he plays aggressively, but I think he pulled up here. And this is, you know, Doug Peterson is an aggressive player, but look, he hits him and then he holds him up. He just says, okay, I'm not going to throw you down this time. Because he got a penalty early in the game.
So an 18-yard gain there. Lions are on a roll. Open on the far side is Larry Thompson. Stopped short of the first down. Wrapped up there. But Allen has the Lions moving here. He is down by 17 points, however.
Last night in Ottawa, the Renegades got off to a great start in the first half, but then the veteran Danny McManus got on track and had a chance to win that game. Damon Allen looks like he's getting back on track here too.
Second, and it'll be another first down for BC. Millington again.
When those veteran quarterbacks start to get in a groove and feel like they're in the zone, they don't need much time to put a lot of points on the board.
McManus threw for a ton last night, didn't he? 500 plus. And lost.
Absolutely.
So just 3 minutes to go. The Lions are threatening, but they have to score 3 times to win this one.
In the CFL, that's very possible.
He headlines festivals. Here, he headlines the living room. The Molson Canadian House Party with Fat Boy Slim. Look for specially marked cases of Molson Canadian for your chance to get in. Must be of legal drinking age, no purchase necessary.
The promotion, a new title, a bigger paycheck, better days ahead. Your hard work paid off, and so did that extra confidence from getting rid of your gray hair with Just for Men hair color. It's vitamin enriched, rejuvenates your hair, and energizes you with a natural look in 5 easy minutes. When you feel confident, it shows. Just for Men, the Rejuvenator.
A lot of folks still think they can't get the sunglasses they love and they need. But at LensCrafters, we have all the new 2002 styles like Ray-Ban and Vogue available in your prescription. Come in and see. Are you lucky enough to need glasses?
3:05 to go in Edmonton. Here's the game story so far. Ricky Ray, 4 touchdown passes as a rookie.
Well, he has been the story, Ricky Ray, in his first start. Eddie Herby's back in the lineup. It was fun to watch that 99-yarder from Willie Hurst.
The Eskimos with 13 points off turnovers, and that's pretty well the margin of the lead right now. Damon Allen with a chance to get a little closer, looking for Jackson. And he comes up a little shy. Jackson is looking for an orange flag in the end zone on the coverage by Shannon Garrett.
Well, that's how you know that Jackson has been working all game long on Donnie Brady, and this time they put someone with a little more experience on him in Shannon Garrett. Garrett's in pretty good position. Quincy Coleman came off his man, who was Larry Thompson, almost had it. So Alfred Jackson now, he faces Shannon Garrett in the matchup. 2 veterans now going at it.
It's been a tough evening for the Lions in the fact they haven't found consistency. Just 9 first downs through the first 3 quarters and 9 here trying to come back in the 4th. Allen should have the touchdown toss here. He does. Thelwell is into the end zone. Ryan Thelwell, a 16-yarder. So they creep a little closer, but 2 more scores are still necessary for the Lions to win.
And now they will send on the extra point team. That's a good hard throw. That's when you need the fastball, when that's an inside pattern down and in to the stomach of Ryan Thelwell. Comes up with a catch. You dropped one earlier. Make amends a little bit right there.
So they take the single there after missing the 2-point convert on the previous touchdown. Thelwell on the way to find the end zone.
When you run to Rona, you're buying more than the experience of Rona Cashway, Rona Lansing, Rona Revy, and Rona. You're getting the personalized service that comes with over 250 years of trust, know-how, and expertise by Canada's very own home improvement and building professionals. Now that's building on your imagination. Rona. Experience the difference.
Just about 3 minutes to go, and it's a 10-point ball game.
Ryan Thelwell comes up with one to give him a chance. He's the wide guy on the play coming in. And right in that hole, Singor Mobley had got all turned around trying to side receiver. That opened up that hole for Thelwell.
So what do the Lions do here? Kick it deep?
Yeah, I think you kick it deep.
Kellen one-hops it to Winston October, picking his way for a nice return. Eskimos introduced a rookie quarterback tonight, and he had a pretty good ball game.
Sure didn't play like a rookie. He hasn't played like a rookie all game.
Ricky Ray.
Ricky
finding
Walters.
Ricky Ray finding Ed Hervey.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Ricky Ray finding Ed Hervey. Nice debut.
Hasn't played like a rookie at all. Finally, that net offense for the Edmonton Eskimos back on track. It had been in decline over the last 3 weeks.
Avery reverses his field, and we'll get a first down. That could be huge for this Eskimo team with 2:42 to go. Looked to be trapped, and he escaped.
Coming in week 1, the Edmonton Eskimos had 578 yards net. It dropped to 391 in week 2, 262 in week 3, and last week it was 201. So it was in decline. This week it's jumped right up there, back over 300.
Avery with over 70 yards so far. Another Eskimo first down. And that's the fullback, Wendell Davis, playing his second game for Edmonton.
Now the clock working against the BC Lions, especially when, you know, the Eskimos can run the ball, and that's Barron Simpson time. That's when he usually steps up and makes a play for his team.
Lions really have to just get it back in a hurry, don't they?
Yeah, when it's tackle to tackle. And that's where they're trying to attack right now, because Edmonton would be very comfortable with just running the ball and running this clock right out.
This is 2nd and 3 for the Eskimos, just across midfield. And Avery will have another first down and more to spare. To the 45, they'll move the sticks again, and getting closer and closer to Fleming's range. So the Lions defense needs a huge play right about now.
Right now, because if it gets into field goal range, that seals it.
Right now it's a 10-point game. If they give up a field goal, they'll need 2 touchdowns to win rather than a touchdown
and a field goal.
And a field goal to early movement, and this one is whistled down.
Well, and the clock is maybe the biggest BC Lion enemy right now. They just took too long getting that offense on track. When you looked at it after that first drive with Alfred Jackson scoring on the touchdown.
Illegal procedure. Edmonton 62, first down repeated.
Well, the third quarter was disaster for Steve Barrato and the Lions with the 2 long touchdowns, one of 58, one of 29 yards. Ricky Ray to Ed Hervey.
Yeah, but that defense was out there a long time. I think the offense for BC is really who will take the brunt to this one. They just took too long to get back on track.
Absolutely.
Second, third quarter was really nothing from the BC offense. You know, and you credit an Edmonton defense that, you know, were in Saskatchewan. I mean, they went in there and Nealon Green put on a show for the Riders. And Greg Marshall knew it. He came back. He's on the right. He came back and said, you know, we got to play better, especially against the run. 290 yards, one game.
Well, Tom Higgins used the word manhandled.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday, is how the Eskimos felt about what happened to them in Regina. Second ejection of the night. This is Brent Johnson getting the escorts.
That was after the fact. He was in a bit of a pushing match. One of those big offensive linemen in there. Now that puts, and that's the type of thing that puts him right down in the field goal range to seal this thing, because they had the Edmonton Eskimos had an illegal procedure call. That pushes them back to about the 55 or center field. That puts them out of Sean Fleming's range. With one more play stop, they get the ball back, 1:30 left, they got a chance. Now Fleming's got a chip shot if they don't even move anymore. Plus they can take some more time off the clock.
Well, with the first down here, they can run a little more time off, then kick the field goal, and then wrap this thing up. Then again, the way Avery is going and this Eskimo offensive line is playing tonight, they might get to the end zone.
The Edmonton Eskimos just put a little pressure on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in the West Division.
Well, a victory for the Eskimos will tie the Blue Bombers for first place, pending the outcome of
tomorrow night.
Eskimos at 3-1 coming in. The Bombers at 4-1 after their win the other night.
Right, but if you say the Eskimos hold on and win this game, it's 4-1. But you remember, that'll be a game in hand for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
For the Eskimos, you mean?
No, if Winnipeg, the game in hand for Edmonton if Winnipeg wins.
After Winnipeg plays tomorrow night, right?
Yeah. There you go. Because they had this short week. They only have the 4 nights rest. They go and play Montreal tomorrow, and there's a pretty good night from John Avery.
Coming in, Avery averaging 7.1 yards a carry.
You know, it wasn't a flashy night. He didn't have the huge run, 16 carries, but consistently up there around 6.
Third down gamble here for Avery. And interesting on the spot here. With 41 seconds to go, we're still looking at a 10-point deficit for the Lions to overcome at 30-27.
Avery's celebrating, and he thinks he's got it because he got up and did his Hulk Hogan celebration.
Well, the Lions are playing out of time now. Regardless of this, I would suggest, can you score 10 points in 41 seconds? Well, it has been done, but
First down.
it'll be a first down, and we'll hand out the game ball right now to Ricky Ray, a raw rookie coming in. 275 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Nice CFL beginning.
His demeanor hasn't changed from the opening kickoff till right now.
Game ball is brought to you by SportCheck.ca, Canada's choice for sports.
Must be Alberta. Think of all the great quarterbacks that come out of Calgary. Garcia, Dickinson, Burris, all the great quarterbacks that have come out of Edmonton. Dunnigan,
Moon,
Ham,
Wilkinson.
They got one
Allen,
good young one in Jason Moss. And
Crowley is a starter. Nealon Green is the starter.
And then right when you think the Edmonton Eskimos are going to have problems at the quarterback position, Ricky Ray comes in and is a ray of sunshine on a stormy night.
A ray of sunshine on a stormy night. That pretty well wraps it up from here, doesn't it? Eskimos win it by 10, 37-27. TSN turning point is still ahead.
Nealon Green is ready to play. Are you? Play Safeway $1 million touchdown to win. If your name appears, you've won VTEX 2.4 gigahertz cordless phone or a $400 Kelsey's gift card. Shop at Safeway today. Marcus Crandall is ready to play. Are you? If your name appears, you've won a 7-night all-inclusive trip for 2 to the beautiful Rio Jalisco Resort in Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico, courtesy of SunQuest. Shop at Safeway today.
Edmonton, city of champions? Since when?
You're so lame. Your biggest attraction is a mall. Woohoo! Pack your bags, honey. We're going to Edmonton. They's got themselves a mall. Woohoo! Even your football team sucks. The Eskimos. If you didn't get hammered by the stamp twice a year, we wouldn't even know you existed.
CFL, the rivalry lives on.
Your mall sucks.
How'd the basketball tryout go?
I didn't make the team. Well, this is how I look at it, you know. The most famous basketball player in the world, he didn't make his high school team the first year he tried out.
Neither did your mother.
McCain Premium Super Fries. There are times something a little special happens between friends.
There's something wonderful about a hamburger. It's one of the few things that brings so much joy. Made fresh hot off the grill, all juicy and delicious with your choice of fresh toppings, it lifts your spirits and makes everything okay. That's the kind of hamburger we make. Wendy's Classic Double with cheese. Better here. And now Wendy's pickup windows open late so you can eat great even late.
We have to move quickly, so here's the TSN turning points.
Third quarter, it was a close and competitive game until this. Back-to-back fumbles from Willie Hurst turned into 10 Edmonton points. That turned the tide, and that was the difference in the game.
That was the margin of victory for the Eskimos as Scott Robinson grabbed them both. Cash donation be made to the Coaching Association of Canada for the training and development of Canadian coaches in amateur sport on behalf of TSN. So the Eskimos introduce a rookie quarterback, and it's party time at Commonwealth as the Edmontons move to 4-1.
It was 3 months ago that he had made the reservation. When he had told her the restaurant,
By the way,
well, she was thrilled. And since she was looking her best, he wanted now. The suit, brand new, as was the rest of his outfit. Altogether costing less than what the meal would be. Which was only right, since turning 40 happens only once. Well made, well priced, well dressed. Moore's.
At the Coors Light Brewing Company, when it comes to bringing you an ice-cold, easy drinking taste, we'll be there. We'll be there when the bouncer says you, and you. We'll be there when you dip that chip not once, but twice. And we'll be there when you come face to face with destiny and her lovely colleague, Candy. Coors Light, why not take a silver bullet for the team?
Fast-acting Roundup eliminates weeds to the root. Wendy's CFL Live on TSN is brought to you in part by Wendy's. Wendy's Bacon Mushroom Melt is back for a limited time. Wendy's, it's better here. By Molson Canadian, I am Canadian. And by Moore's Clothing for Men. Well-made, well-priced, well-dressed.
Week 5 in the CFL wraps up tomorrow night in Montreal. The 4-0 Alouettes taking on the 4-1 Winnipeg Blue Bombers. You can catch it right here on TSN beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The next edition of the TSN Sports Center moments from now with Dutchie and Joshy. Sunil and Darren will have all the news of the day.